yourself.
I'm squinting.
So
Thrilling stuff.
Really.
Battery 90%.
Now she goes, God blow your battery's actually 90%.
Cast your minds back to 2003. So what?
Sorry, you're not my type.
Huge punch on in the game that I'm watching.
No.
No, it's really important.
Confiscated. Your left one is significantly skinnier than your right.
Oh, is that...
Oh shit.
I've never played any game.
Any game. Why do we have you here?
Oh, he's dying inside.
Do it from the top.
He's dying inside.
No one saw anything.
No one saw it.
Why did you tell me,
Sorry.
Josh? Can we do a wipe to nothing or just start from scratch?
Start again.
Nah, man. Let it ride.
You knew it.
Let it ride.
Josh, say
Yeah.
what you said. Josh, say what you said just before you cut to us. Do it with the energy. It helps. Ready?
Have a good show.
Say it again.
Hello and welcome to Back Pocket Live from the Low-Key Studios for Thursday, the 7th of September, starring his heart rate's been soaring, testing out some of tonight's spooky shenanigans. It's Gus. And saved by Back Pocket's community and their generosity in allowing him to finally shave the other half of his face. It's Peter.
There he is.
What a guy. And of course, he is the hottest chip of all the hot chippies. It's Josh. And she goes by T10 Nat on Twitch, but you can just call her T10 or Nat or Tion or Nathan, or you can just call her Nat. It's Nat! And me! Welcome to the show! Josh is muted!
No, not anymore.
Is he actually?
Josh is muted. We just saw Nat's tag come up and disappear. So it's like, whatever we do call you, it's gone. I didn't
It's
see
gone.
it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought there was
There she
any
is.
more zoom in.
There wasn't a zoom so much as a digital push, you know? There are technically different things.
It was a pretty good bit. For context, we met Nat at the Black Adam premiere, which we were doing a live stream of the red carpet for Twitch. And so we had like a purple carpet set up and we had a bunch of different Twitch streamers came on. And so we had like a roving mic. And I think maybe Reeps was reporting.
Reeps
On the red carpet at the time. And so he was just like, hi, welcome. Just like tell us a little bit about yourself.
I arrived late. That's why and they managed to squeeze me in. They're like, Nat, it's your turn to do the interview. I was like, what? Interview? She's like, you got this. Just introduce yourself. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah. I was like running. I was getting lost. No idea.
So she starts like a spiel about about herself, and it seemed quite like panicked. And Pete was on camera, so of course he does like a slow zoom push into her face, and she's increasingly getting more panicked. I think you have it on your YouTube page, maybe. At least there's a video somewhere.
It's
where
a bit alert as well.
It's a bit alert.
It's a bit alert. So every time there's a raid, someone will use 369 bits.
It's a good amount of bits.
Yeah. And it's every single raid.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out.
Thank you for inviting me.
I will. This is killing Josh. Tonight on the show.
I'm so sorry. Well, I'm not going to halt natural conversation. You know, that's how it goes. Tonight on the show. No more tears, but some heart-pumping horror. But we all know the real horror is lies.
Ooh,
All that and more coming up here on Back Pocket. What a cool show.
What could it mean?
Yeah, so exciting.
What could it mean?
How is everyone? How's everyone recovered from the 12-hour stream we did on Saturday?
That was hard.
Oh, you were fine?
Tiring. Honestly. We did a lot of things.
Yeah.
How was your Saturday? Did you have a restful weekend? Can't remember.
I'm thinking about what
Whoever remembers when they're like, what did you do yesterday? And I'm like,
Well, in
I
particular, that
remember.
12-hour stream broke us, and I do have very little recollection of things that happened. I know the sort of broad strokes of stuff that happened, but specifically drilling down it, I'm like, I don't remember that happening. It was a very foggy 13 or so hours of generosity, but also madness here.
I remember highlights. I remember Peter. We shaved half of Peter's beard, but we shaved the mustache on one side and then the beard on the other side.
Oh yeah.
And it was not a great look.
I like it.
But he elected to do this and
okay.
then have it for the rest of the day until
It
we
was,
hit a
all day.
certain Patreon goal.
Yeah.
In which case we'd be able to shave the rest of it. That just didn't happen for a really long time.
Oh.
And I think as he realized that during this 12-hour stream we'd be cutting a lot of highlights from it,
Yeah.
he would be stuck with this very specific aesthetic for eternity.
So I put it on the thumbnail.
In
New
memoriam.
trend.
Yeah.
New trend.
Of course.
I was, because I definitely was like, this could be a new trend as it was happening. And then I was wearing it so I didn't have to look at it. But I
Yeah.
would notice myself on the monitor from time to time and go, oh, that's not a good look. I don't think it's going to take off. I don't think it's going to happen. Tell me about,
Traumatized.
is that Nat?
Is that Nat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it feels like it's a community specific meme.
Oh, that has been my follower since I first started streaming.
Really?
It's a audio recording of a friend of mine from university. So every time he sees me, he says, "Is that Nat?" And so I asked him to record it when I first started streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's caught on every other streamer who knows me. Every time I go in their chat, they go, "Is that Nat?"
Ah, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But
So
it's one of these
our chat's doing
catchphrases
it.
that now you don't know if it's a legitimate catchphrase or people are genuinely
someone
asking.
asking
So
a
do you
question.
respond every
Can you
time with
confirm
yes?
whether or not you are Nat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone does it IRL as well.
It's Nat.
Yeah.
Confirm.
Is it annoying? It feels like it'd get annoying for you for just being constantly affirming for people that it is you.
No, it's hilarious.
Okay.
I love different versions of people saying, "Is that
Right.
Nat?" Some people whisper, "Is that Nat?"
Yeah, I just get
Yeah.
where's Darren?
Where's Darren?
Darren was the
Yeah,
robot.
Darren was
Where's
in it.
Darren?
So a kids show I hosted had a robot character on it called Darren, and so it's "Oi Hex, where's Darren?"
And it used to be within, it's like,
Darren.
hey, he's back there doing his robot thing, and now it's like dead.
Fuck off.
He's dead. He's in a skip somewhere. Who cares?
Yeah.
damn it,
But
Darren.
we should. So you're a streamer, variety
I'd
streamer.
like to think I'm a streamer, yes.
Tell us a little about your streams, and for anyone who doesn't know what you get up to.
Oh, yeah. Wrong camera.
Camera. Camera two. She's a professional, guys. She knows.
Wrong. Which one am I looking at?
This
bro?
one, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi. What am I talking about again?
Yourself.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. There it is.
That's giving me anxiety. Oh, God.
Come on.
Oh, God.
No. I know you've been streaming for a while. I came across you last year, as we've already mentioned.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I'd seen you. And then I've watched you play through Dead Space and talking to you chat and seeing all the wild bit alert stuff.
This is my
that you
first time
do.
hearing this, by the way. I never knew that you watched me through Dead Space or anything like that.
Well, you were
Yeah.
playing it at the same time.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw that you were playing, and I saw we were up to the same bit, and I jumped in and I watched, and I had a great time watching you freaking out.
Look, not very good at the shooting part, but it was a good game. It was a very good game.
Yeah, it's
You're
good fun.
braver than me. I love horror games, but I like playing horror games in co-op with other people.
But you like horror games.
Well,
That's the
I
problem.
like the collective spooky nature of being scared together.
Spooky versus horror are two different things.
Well,
Spooky's
no.
this is
I mean horror.
unsettling and
I
kind
like
of
being scared in a group scenario,
Okay.
but Dead Space, it's too much pressure.
Okay.
I get too
The solitude,
I grip
yeah.
the controller so hard that it hurts. It's just not an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it, but it was somewhat enjoyable. For chat, I guess.
As long as someone had fun. And you
Yeah.
call your chat rats?
Yeah, rats. So it actually, I didn't call them rats to begin with.
Yeah.
It's because two people in my chat kept insulting each other, and so they called it. They're like, "You freaking rat," and then I was like, "Shut up, you rat!" And then it just got to the point now that they're all called rats, and it's a rat cult.
Is this rat
I
jam?
like
Except
it.
okay.
Yeah,
so it's
so-
now a term of endearment, but it did come from.
endearment. Oh yeah, you can call it that. So when I'm not on screen, they assemble, and when I come back to stream,
You got to
they
disperse.
scatter.
They
You
scatter.
gotta-
They disperse.
Oh,
You flick the
yeah,
lights
yeah.
on.
That's
Yeah,
one of those
yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have they got back to
Played,
lurking?
Plague Tale with your chat?
not yet.
Oh,
You
that's a
should,
good one.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
been-
Rat
good
heavy
one.
game.
Draw-
Rat heavy
torture
game.
them. Yeah.
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 Focus. So they all scatter. Amazing.
They're
And
they're
you were
scattering.
saying before you do some stuff in Unreal Engine and stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You've
I
got
can't-
advanced stream setups. Is that from your background?
Doing game stuff.
Yeah.
So when I studied games dev for a few years, it was actually using Unity. I hated it. So when I first started
Why did you hate it?
Because I first used Unreal Engine.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
okay.
So it was like a step
Yeah.
down.
Learning a
It was-
new
it-
language.
Yeah, I just didn't like the environment.
Yeah,
And then when I first started streaming, I was like, okay, what's a really good streamer? I came across CodeMiko, who used
Amazing.
Unreal
Oh,
Engine.
wow. Yeah.
And you were
okay.
like, bar too high. How to
Yeah,
raise that?
that was the bar.
yeah.
So I spent 6 months for my first subathon learning how to connect Unreal Engine 4 at the time to like the Twitch API and all that because there's no tutorials. There was nothing.
Sure.
And so yeah, it was several nights over a course of months where my friend and I shut down a server accidentally, DDoSed ourselves, a lot of stuff like that. We did a 50,000 calls on our own server and it shut down for 24 hours. And then finally we got it working for the subathon. That was great.
Amazing.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
And now we're on Unreal Engine 5 and that's killing my PC. Upgrade.
That's
yeah.
cool though, man. Oh man, I feel like I would enjoy streaming like even more on my own if I did more creative stuff. But I feel like I just got so stressed trying to make the bare minimum happen that
Yeah.
I've been scared to try anything else.
We've already
I get
improved
you.
our stream
Yeah.
because people were in chat before we were live, and we have the chat up like sometimes a couple
Oh,
hours
yeah.
before we go live, and you're like, people want
TV.
it's people on the 7 TV chat emotes.
Yeah.
So they're plugged in now. Now you can 7 TV to your heart's content.
We had cool stuff. You can fight.
Nah,
You
we
guys
suck.
had
suck.
Holding
global
screen.
emotes.
Yeah.
we just had
Yeah.
the global emotes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
man.
too old for this.
Well, they got Red Jam now.
We
Yeah,
suck.
guys.
God damn it.
Yeah, Red Jam in chat, please. Yeah.
Do you find though, like building
ding
out
dong.
an awesome sort of virtual environment and playing with all that stuff? Do you get like pre-stream paralysis at all? That thing where it's like I've got so many moving parts and like I want to keep adding to it because that was my problem. I didn't
Yeah.
I wanted to keep doing things. I'm like I'm not ready. It's not ready.
Oh, yeah,
That
a
kind
little
of vibe.
bit.
Yeah.
And then at this point, I'm like, yeah, they'll be entertained by themselves.
You got to a point you're like, I'm gonna let that quality control just blend.
They want channel points. Well, my channel points take like 40 hours to make.
Yeah, fair.
And then like,
Right.
and then if I'm gonna 3D model stuff, and then I have to rig it, and then animate it, and then chuck it on Unreal, I'm like, it takes too long.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're not worth it.
No,
Not worth it.
Eventually, chat.
they're not worth it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the bloody rats. The lot of them.
Yeah, eventually.
I'm enjoying this going.
Less stressful
Yeah.
than Saturday.
It
Because
is.
we call our viewers pocketeers, which is
Pocketeer.
cute.
Oh,
'cause
that's
it's back
so
pocket.
cute.
Oh yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sex magician. Yeah, Gus did a sex magician thing for one
Don't
of his
start with
streams.
this.
That was cool.
A magician.
That
Yeah,
leaves
yeah.
no like that's
That's true.
so open
Without-
for interpretation
without
now.
magicians.
In Gus's former life, he had a very different job.
Sorry, I
Any kind of magician, but
have trauma with magician. Everyone knows. Oh.
oh well, maybe you can tell
Just
us
give me
story.
a third floor balcony, a scared bird, a towel, and a backpacker in a window. And I'll do a magic trick for you.
Oh God. Okay.
I would love to know someone who did actually work as a magician. What was it? Former job? Did you have? What was your first job?
Yeah. First
growing
job.
up?
Cinema?
Cinema. That's right.
Did you
had
work
a
at a
co-
cinema?
Of
I
course
worked
you,
in the cinema.
you
Oh my
had, you had a
goodness.
cool
Okay.
one.
When you worked at cinema, did you actually watch like all the movies for free?
Yeah. Yeah. Free tickets, half price.
my
What are we
dream.
doing?
It was like half
we could
price,
be watching
all the
free
fu-
movies.
All the food and drink was half price, which made it like normal price.
Oh,
And it was still
yeah.
too expensive. I'm like, oh, that's not great.
Didn't you work at like a concert venue as well?
Yeah. You just hot dogs in an
Yeah,
arena.
I was an usher for an event staffing company, which meant I
Sounds fun.
went
Oh
down to
my
different
God.
venues.
So
It
you
was
got
awesome.
you got to see concerts.
I got to go and see all sorts of shows. I got to see
cool.
Crossing Over with John Edward.
He's
which
faking
was-
it.
He was. He was preying on sad people, and
Yeah,
it was fucking
and you were
awful.
selling
Yeah.
hot dogs.
Yeah.
No, I was just telling people where the bathroom was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird jobs. Did you have any weird jobs?
Weird jobs.
Or
Yeah.
just like first jobs? Like
It was-
First job was I was a barista, and I found out my boss was my auntie. I didn't know at the time.
That is weird.
Well, okay. I thought the sex
I didn't know.
magicians-
how did you
Later.
discover that? Were you just like in conversation one day and it just came up?
No, so I was like, oh, I'll apply for this job, and she spoke. So I'm half Chinese, half Lao, which is very similar to Thai.
Sure.
And like she spoke Lao, and I'm like, very little people know Lao.
In person, or are you on the phone at this point? Like,
Well,
you
this is me working there for 6 months. And then her brother comes, and I was like, Uncle V? And he goes, Natasha, what are you doing here? I was like, I work here. He goes, I'm seeing my sister. I was like, who? And then I looked at my boss, and then it turned out to be my I've met the entire family, but my boss.
Okay, so you hadn't met her before.
Funny.
No.
Okay, good. Because I was going to say, at what point was one of you wearing the shame of, I didn't recognize my aunt or I didn't recognize my niece? Like, you're both at
Yeah.
blame, or you're both at fault, I should say. So, which was it equal amounts of, well, we both didn't know, so
was-
nice to meet you.
I don't know, it was very shocking that my boss turned out to be my auntie. That's the main thing.
Did it change your working relationship afterwards?
You're not working
Did you get like
now.
better Christmas presents or
Yeah.
No, not really.
anything?
How much longer did you keep
I
working
got
there?
a bump in pay. That was good.
Hey!
I'll take that. That's double.
Nepotism works.
I was a good worker, thank you.
I forgot to say
I earned that pay rise, damn it.
I sent the clip of the call center keep talking and nobody explodes clip to I worked in a call center for like 4.5 years.
You're very good at it.
God
So
damn.
I sent that clip to my old boss, who I'm still friends with because we've just kept in touch. And I was just like, oh man, I thought you might enjoy this little like flashback to my roots. And he was like, I still have memories of you like straightening your hair while on the phone to people, like, getting ready for your Friday night. I go, can I have your account number, please?
But you do it so well
Multitasking.
because you marry, like, you've got a very good presenting voice that you can do almost that, like, Telstra phone kind of. You can do the really, like, sweet version of it that's like, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Wow, I
But
want to
then-
hear it now.
But you carry the call center one is like that, but with like a third of the energy. Like you can hear this disdain, and you can hear this
Yeah.
kind of like forced energy in it, which is like a different tone altogether, and it's perfect.
It's also like there is a particular tone that you use the word sir when someone's being like awful to you, but you have to stay respectful, but you want to kind of like let them know that you don't appreciate the way
Yeah.
they're talking
Yeah.
to you, and so you
Hit us
call
with
them
it.
sir, you know.
Give us an
Oh,
example.
I'm really sorry, sir, but like,
Oh, I hear
that's
it.
scary.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir, but
Exactly.
they're straight in there.
I gotta go to World Bar in an hour.
All right,
crazy.
let's talk about some news. We'll do that in a segment that we like to call a little bit of backup. Yeah. Bit of news. Keeping it current, keeping it fresh. News isn't just about what we've been doing. It's about what's happening in the industry, you guys. The
Oh, yeah.
industry. And what's happening in the industry, or what's not happening rather.
Is a sponsor.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, and a new one.
There it is.
There it
Holy
is.
crap. Okay.
Bluetooth
A little bit of
device
backup.
is ready to pair.
What was that?
We're getting to that one again. So we've got to get the cadence of this
puts
right.
it-
No, we got it. Well, we've got to get the
It was
cadence
just
right.
long.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Bluetooth! Oh my gosh.
Was that from your stream? No.
But isn't Bluetooth Swedish? So it kind of sounded
Yeah.
sounded
Yeah.
like the original Bluetooth lady.
Josh
I
is still
had a-
muted. Josh is still muted, apparently. Yeah.
My car Bluetooth connecty thing
There we go. Now I'm on. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Sorry. Also,
had that sound.
speaking of hellos,
Yes.
we're on at Fortress Melbourne. I don't know about Sydney, but we're on at Fortress Melbourne
Oh.
tonight. So hello to everyone in
Hello
Fortress
to
Melbourne.
all the
What's
Fortress
up?
people. What are you doing on a Thursday?
Thanks for having us.
Go get yourself a frothy one.
Peter used to work in, not behind a bar.
Interesting.
Interesting.
He's at Melbourne.
All right. Enjoy. Okay. So, a little bit of backup is brought to us by Music for Hire. Welcome. A new sponsor of this segment and a new sponsor at this tier. We all know Music for Hire. Fantastic musician, has called us out very often on
Numerous
our
times.
musical failings.
Yep.
So we thought to celebrate Music for Hire, we would make this fun little segment.
Nothing to do with music.
Nothing to do with, no, but to do with hiring.
Yes.
And we decided to call it
Can
I get much higher? Pretty cool.
Pretty good.
cool.
We'll work on
I
that.
like
Well,
it. No, I
every
love
week we
it.
could do like
Yeah.
Bring Me a Higher Love. We could do some Steve Winwood.
Any-
You love Steve Winwood.
I'd love that
something
next
like High
week. Okay.
Ground.
Yep.
We can do.
I like keeping it the same. I like that it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not be. Let's
Keep
stick.
everything the same. Okay, so the game that we're going to play is that I have found an item that you can hire for a specific duration. It could be anything.
Yep.
Everyone has to guess how much it costs to hire that item,
Okay, closest to the pin.
and the closest to the amount that it costs.
Is it Price is Right rules where if you go over, you're out?
No,
You get one
it's
guess.
just closest. It's closest.
Okay.
Okay.
The item I have chosen.
Okay.
How much would it cost to hire celebrated Australian singer Guy Sebastian to sing at your wedding?
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Okay.
Wow, okay.
Guy Sebastian at a
But
wedding.
sing at a wedding, not
Yeah.
like a song.
And you sing at a wedding in Sydney. So, you know,
How long? Just
the
you get it
duration, the duration
For
of
the
the
event?
the
You
duration
got it for the
of the
evening?
performance. So
Okay.
he comes, he sings like 2 songs.
Performance includes 2 songs?
I think I don't have these specific
Look, we
details.
don't have
Okay.
I'd have to have a
specifics. We just
conversation.
got Guy
Look,
Sebastian
with his
at the wedding.
representation.
Sebastian's here.
Jesus.
Oh
Just
my
enjoy
God.
it.
Forget the wedding. It's
Yeah.
a Guy
Please just
Sebastian
enjoy
concert.
Just trying to make the most of it.
Okay,
Oh my God.
I'm going to say
It might be one song.
it might be one song.
Okay, half a song at that point. Okay. We-
I'm going to say, I'm going to lowball and say like 15K. And I think it's for the evening.
Interesting.
I'm not for
Yep.
one song. I'm going to say $15,000 for Guy Sebastian to sing at my wedding.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring a bride and everyone else, but Guy Sebastian's there.
Because, yeah, totally. I go like, you're getting a famous performer to come to your wedding to perform. They don't want to do it.
No. But
So
they'll-
they're going to
They
overcharge.
get free food.
They get maybe a meal, but they're
Oh.
going to overcharge like
True.
mad, right? Because they
They
need you
will.
to desperately want them there.
Dolphin Pen
And they
says,
don't
fuck
wanna
the
do it, no
Patreon
matter
goals. Let's get Guy Sebastian in the studio.
That's a good point. We could maybe get Guy Sebastian in here.
All right, we're going to need a guess.
At a wedding, weddings are so expensive though.
They
Yeah.
are,
Yeah.
even for like...
DJs.
Yeah. And all, what do? Plug a USB stick in.
Yeah,
and that's
pretty
all Guy
much.
Sebastian songs.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Guy Sebastian's not terrible.
For
Guy
25
Sebastian is amazing.
Yeah.
Guy Sebastian rules.
I don't particularly like Guy Sebastian's music, but he's a wonderful
I was
musician.
ripping on the DJ for using a thumb drive.
I
Peter,
think
your
he
guess?
was one of our best Eurovision entries. I think we've
He
had
was
so
very
far.
good.
$34,000.
He had a period. 34.
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
What did I say, 15?
Whoa, 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 do tonight again.
Elevator
song.
Love. Elevator Love? Did he do Elevator Love?
I don't think so.
Or was that Lee, the one with the
I don't know who
coloured hair?
I don't know who you're talking about.
That's my head thinking. Oh, really? Yeah,
sure
that's
it's
my
you
head
said,
thinking.
you
I'm
said
like,
15.
15,
34.
34.
34.
Stab in the dark. What do you reckon, Nat?
Look.
How much would you pay for Guy Sebastian?
No. It's you are hiring me at a wedding. 40K, guys.
40K.
I can't even sing.
40K.
Can't even sing, but you gotta have me there. I have to dress up. I possibly have to interact with some of the guests as well.
Yeah.
That's gonna be taxing. So
Wait, are we charging you
paying
now?
for
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't know.
Yeah.
Nat's valuing her own time, and then we'll apply
therefore,
that
Guy
logic to
Sebastian
Guy
would
Sebastian.
cost...
Yeah. If you're 40K, how much is Guy
I'm
Sebastian?
trying to think. Okay, I think it would be more than 15K for a wedding.
You idiot. You fucking slob.
But then would it be less than 30? Is it 34?
That's the game.
She's
34.
playing prices right. She's playing prices right, Rules.
Okay, guys. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say $34,001.
Oh, you
You've played Prices Right before.
I grew up watching that.
All right. Put us out of our misery.
According to a Daily Mail article, based on a lawsuit
Ooh.
where Guy Sebastian, I think someone tried to embezzle money from him, and all of his, rates were exposed.
Oh, wow.
Was it Hillsong?
No, it was like
Okay.
it was like his accountant or one of those
Yeah,
classic.
it was
Oh my
one of his
God.
business managers. It was not
Yeah,
good.
business manager. Yeah. Guy Sebastian charged to play a Sydney wedding in 2017 $10,000.
You take inflation into account, it's about 15K.
It's about 15K.
About 15K.
About
Let's
15K.
keep staying on.
About 15K.
Why would you say 34,000?
He did
In 2017?
2017. Yeah, he did charge $50,000 to perform a wedding in Jakarta.
50,000.
50?
Yeah.
That
Big price jump.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But that's overseas travel,
That would-
and it was
yeah.
probably like it could have been like
Would that have
a-
included flights to Nakhon? I don't think so.
yeah, but it's like that's more time out of your schedule.
Totally.
I like that this is every week going to be a sponsored segment by Muso for Hire, and we ask every week, how much would it cost Guy Sebastian to X, Y, and Z? This is going to be the segment now.
Yeah, but 10K that was heaps lower than I would have expected.
That's
Yeah.
extremely
Just
low.
to perform.
Yeah, maybe it
You
was
know?
one song.
It
one
might
or
have been
two
a song.
songs.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
not an
yeah.
evening.
You didn't actually get the cake as well. You didn't
No.
get any of the food. It wasn't
Yeah, no
included.
Got a
way.
bit of small talk with some distant relos. That's about all
That's
it.
it, yeah.
Yep.
That's why it was 10K.
Thanks, Music for Hire.
Okay, on to the story. Nintendo confirms no DLC for Tears of the Kingdom. Interesting.
That's my teardrop noise. And also my watch.
Speaking with Famitsu, Aonuma said there are no plans to release additional content at this time. That's because I feel like I've done everything I can to create games in that world. That sounds resigned to me.
I mean, it's...
Look, I've done what I can.
yeah.
I've done what I can.
Twice. And it was huge.
You can't expect anything more of me. I've done what I can.
Yeah. I mean,
I've got nothing left.
did you play Tears of the Kingdom?
I've never played any game.
Any game? Why do we have you here?
You heard it here first.
There
on
it
Back
is,
Pocket.
guys.
Nat has never
have we
played a
done?
video
Any
game,
game.
in her life.
We saw
Someone's
her
off
wandering in the
camera
hallway.
playing
We
for
just
you.
we brought her in because we felt sorry, and then this
My
is,
little brother's actually playing for me every time I stream.
you haven't played a Zelda
fake
game.
game.
Haven't played a single one.
There you go.
Okay, so well, yeah, I was gonna say I'm the only one in the room I think that's finished this. Pete, have you played a bit of this, but you haven't finished it?
I started it.
You started it.
But starting it meant I played like 6 hours of it.
yeah, fair enough.
That's a pretty good start.
I finished this recently, and I finished Breath of the Wild, and then played Master Mode and the DLC that came after that. I mean, there's so much in this game that I didn't do that I'm in no way sitting around being like, I'd like some extra content. And I know people who were getting close to 100%ing it, like, they're still playing it. Like, there is so
Totally.
much stuff out there. So I don't really think it's the kind of game that I want DLC in. And then the only stuff that we got with Breath of the Wild, I said the only stuff, were kind of superfluous. There was a master mode which upped the challenge. There was there was a wave mode that I do love, but it was all standalone. It was like you'd go into these rooms that just kept getting progressively harder. In terms of like open worldness stuff, there wasn't really a DLC version of that. So I mean, there's so much game in it. I'm totally with him. I get it.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And it's, you know, like, I don't remember there ever really. I didn't play the Wii and Wii U era Zelda games.
Sure.
Was there big DLC for those? Because I don't think about Zelda as a DLC game.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword, no. I mean, yeah, even going back before that, Wind Waker, no. It's not really a kind of game, you're right, that goes, let's now add a bunch of extra adventures. I
can see you adding a
Breath-
new part
so
of the
Breath
map
was-
or something, but like the map is already so big.
Well, actually, with Breath of the Wild, it was like there was the motorbike
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
added. So you would get this sort of ancient technology pieces. There was a side quest to run around and get all these pieces, and then you get a new form of transport to move around the world.
was that paid DLC?
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was bundled with the other one. So yeah, I'm fairly certain it was.
Yeah, but it was,
for
like I think
how much would you pay for a motorbike?
the thing that people are talking
$10,000.
talking about the most is like, you know, the diehard fans of Breath of the Wild got Master Mode, and that gave them incentive to go back and play the whole game again, and it upped the challenge, and it made it, to them, a more interesting game. And there was some disappointment that there's not going to be a Master Mode for Tears of the Kingdom to reignite the passion in the really hardcore.
It was good. It genuinely shook up the formula of Breath of the Wild. It was like every encounter was, I'm going to say Dark Soulsy, but it was like, I need to manage everything to win this fight. There would be like goblins on floating platforms. There'd be extra enemies. They all took double the damage. I would say that a lot of people have agreed with me on this. The Tears of the Kingdom's combat is tougher, and the enemies are more vicious, and I would say that it's almost like they incorporated a little bit of what they learnt from Master Mode into the game as a whole, and I really appreciated that. So I know what you mean. There will definitely be people out there who are like, it must be harder. I want more out of this game, but I mean, it is just such a Moorish, huge meal to get through that I don't think anyone's going to be overly disappointed. I mean, it's the internet. People get disappointed about everything.
I guess I just figured this game was more about the kind of like build crafting stuff that was giving you more sandboxy stuff to do than
Sure.
try and.
I also think that Nintendo are one of the companies that are still releasing. Yeah, I mean, you know, Mario Kart has maps. What's getting spammed? Nat's only
Sorry.
viewers in chat?
We don't often get copy passes in our chat.
Sorry.
But, thank you very much,
They do
Nat.
this in my chat all the time, saying that there's only one viewer, one
And
person,
they've all got...
and they've gone 200 accounts just to support me.
Nice.
Sorry.
Well, thank you to that viewer for upping the engagement. Nintendo are still really good at releasing a full game where DLC and games as service models are becoming more and more common. Nintendo have seemed to reject that, and they tend to play their own game, Nintendo, and they release really feature-rich. You know, I'm thinking like you could add a new mode, like, you know, the fuse moving through the planet stuff. You could add something new
Moving
to
through the planet, 6 hours.
whatever it was. The travel
It
up
was
through
called
the ground.
Ascend, Peter, and it was
Ascend
the
through-
greatest ability ever added to a Nintendo game of all time. But yeah, whatever.
Is there
Travel
another,
through
is there
planet.
another thing that you could put in?
No. No, I-
Maybe, but I don't think would it add enough to the game?
Not in a way that they curated all the abilities and all the parts of this game. I would say what they did with Breath of the Wild, and I do really like the way Nintendo bundles their DLC. Splatoon and Splatoon 2 was a good example of ones where they came out with these like extra challenge levels, and they even came out with the Subway Squid level story editions. So that's probably the series I'd say has done DLC the best.
Yeah.
Mario Kart, it makes sense, but it's okay to be totally just compartmentalized into new tracks, new cars. The way they did it with Breath of the Wild was the Master Trials and Ballad of the Champions, which were 2 DLCs, and it was literally a expansion pass, they called it. So, I mean, I like the way it was very neat and packaged up, and they're like, these are the 2 things you're going to get. But in terms of like, was it necessary with Breath of the Wild? Not at all. I would say it even felt a bit weird to tack it onto that. So I think they probably didn't make a lot of money out of it, and they're making enough just on the game. So I don't think they're really desperate to try and milk this audience because they're busy. Milk metaphor.
It seems like I like the idea
You
of
can do that on the show. You can just say the type of thing that you were aiming for but didn't reach,
Complete the swing
and people
miss.
get it.
They're still out there in the cow shed. Being milked. Stephanie?
I like the idea that that they've created their sort of, you know, the game that they wanted to make, and that's it. Like they don't need to keep releasing stuff for
Me
it.
too,
I think that's fine, and I think especially with an IP like this, there's plenty of people that will have plenty to come back to and enjoy and all that kind of stuff, and that they can just work on
I reckon
whatever else they want to work on next.
I've finished the story. I reckon I've played 30% of this game. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping to do what I did with Breath of the Wild, which was return to it in a few more months and be like, I'm gonna relearn everything here as I explore the non-story stuff, because that's the DLC for me. That's what I'm going into it for. $20 was the DLC for Breath of the Wild.
$20.
$20.
Favorite DLC of all time?
Oh,
If you had to pick.
someone get ahead of me. I would actually say, because it's fresh in my mind, the Splatoon 2 Subway story mission was amazing.
Favorite DLC of
I don't play a lot of
all
DLC.
time.
True.
DLC often feels like tacked on, like an attempt to squeeze a bit more cash out of me. This was a whole extra chapter.
Outrageous.
Hit me with something better. Nah, you got anything?
Last of Us Left Behind.
Oh, that was good.
Let me finish that.
I really enjoyed the DLC for Resident Evil 8. It's following
The-
Rose,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Ethan Winter's daughter.
Yeah.
I really
Can't
enjoyed that
remember the
one.
name of
Third person.
But
She
it
goes
is
back to the
cool. It is super
village.
cool.
Yeah.
People
And the
really enjoyed that.
gameplay is-
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was watching
different
your stream when you were getting really spooked by that, and then that was when one of the interrupts kicked in, and it was just at the moment you were getting really tense, and it just like
Yeah. But that was a good one. And left the Last of Us
I mean,
one.
Naughty
That
Dog
was great.
nail their DLC for sure.
Yeah.
And I have to go back, cast your minds back to 2003, maybe? So what?
So
Josh, mute yourself.
I got the Game of the Year edition of Morrowind, which had Blood Moon and Tribunal expansions, and they were tasty.
Tasty.
Horse Summer. Mwah,
The
my
horse,
favorite.
yeah, soon to be trumped by
Yeah.
the Horse Armor DLC in Oblivion.
My only criticism is like I reckon DLC has to be something that you didn't know you wanted, and like
Yeah,
I would
fair.
so in like something that's super supportive of the narrative and then expands the story. I'm like that should have been the main game.
I'm sorry. Did you say Horse Summer?
Horse.
I'm so looking forward to this Horse Summer, guys. I've got my Horse
Do you know
Summer.
what? The horse summer was too
board
expensive.
ready to go.
For what it was, it cost too much. Sorry, horse sauna. Summer? Where are we?
Horse armor.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it.
Enunciate.
Horse armor.
Tell you what, this one.
I was gonna let it go hope that I was like, nah, that can't be right.
Can I just
That
say,
can't
and
be
again,
right.
hopefully I don't overstep the market, but I've heard friends in a joking way referred to as like, I'm gonna have a real slutty summer, and it was like
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna like forget like. No, I'm going to be very single. Is
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah.
But a whore summer is just as a very old English term.
Jesus.
to it.
Yeah, man.
My God.
all the best summers are horse summers.
Oh, Steph, that was a good
Amazing.
one.
Okay, well,
That was
with
news, apparently.
With that, let's move on to our next segment, what we've been playing.
Oh my God.
Yes, what we've been playing is a segment where we talk about, would you believe it, what we've been playing? Crazy.
Yeah.
This one's brought to us by Nicrotex.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
He's ready to pair.
He's
Yeah,
ready to
I love
pair.
it.
I've told you all
Yeah.
briefly just about I'm still in love with my Sony EAR headphones that has the woman's voice who I feel is flirting with me, but only when it's very charged.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Battery level low, battery level medium,
Oh.
battery level high.
Oh.
Every
has
time it
energy.
gets me. I'm usually on a long
Yeah.
flight. I'm very alone, and I'm like battery level high. I'm like hi.
I had Logitech
you.
lady in my headset went from American to British to recently back to American.
What?
That identity crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the theory is, Reese actually pointed out, maybe it's the region that I've set Windows to
Your
when I
Windows,
installed
yeah.
it. Because
Oh.
you
Probably,
can't,
yeah.
because you can change language settings and stuff like that, but you can't change. When I went in, there was no option to change the region after I'd installed it from US. So I was like, oh, did I, in my previous install of Windows, did I choose something like UK or something?
Possibility.
So it went from like your headset is paired like American.
Yeah,
Oh,
she goes,
wow.
battery 90%.
Now she goes, go blow your batteries out. You know what I say?
Wow, Gus.
No. Nicrotex. When Nicrotex sponsors a segment, we read a tweet from Nicrotex, and they're always gold. This was one that made me go, and it's because I'm very old, Josh, that I find this humorous. Nicrotex screenshotted his phone. He'd received a notification from his Uber app that says, keep your phone nearby in case Fabio needs to reach you. And Nicrotex added to that, baby, I've been doing that since the early 90s.
Oh man, that does make me feel old because
I'm gonna
I
go-
wonder how many
Fabio
people
was a
know who
was the
Fabio
guy.
is. Do you know who Fabio
I'm gonna Google
is?
a photo of Fabio.
Was?
so
Oh,
you
you got
can
to see
have a look.
Fabio.
His name was Fabio, and
We
he's
gotta
the
show
most
you
beautiful
Fabio.
man in the world.
Well,
Or that was Sean McCullough's
I
version
mean,
of
doing
him.
it.
Unless I do know.
Maybe at one time. Okay, so I think he was actually made popular on the cover of romance novels.
Okay.
Potentially, he may have either influenced or been influenced by those Mills and Boone style novels where it was like pitched towards young women older women to read, and it was like a buxom
Like,
pirate would like
okay.
save his
Yeah,
mistress.
like bodice rippers. So he always had like famously long hair.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen the bottom left one, that photo, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
It was like a meme before memes.
didn't a bird fly into his
He
face?
went on a
Yeah.
roller
Sorry,
coaster.
what?
He went on a roller coaster as a news stunt to like show a theme park or something. And as he went around, we'll look it up in the post show, just to show because it is bloody. A seagull flew into his face. So as he pulls in, there's like news. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
There's
Like,
news cameras
at
and everything
speed.
set up, and he comes down covered in feathers and just blood everywhere. But it's mainly the bird's blood.
Oh my
And he's
God.
got like a supermodel
Because
on
he's
either
so
side
chiseled,
of
he
him.
just like split the bird across his face as he was gliding.
Oh my
down.
God.
Crazy.
It broke his nose.
It broke
Yeah,
his
it did
nose,
break his
but I
nose.
think the blood was from the bird, but it also,
Oh
did
my
a lot of
God.
damage. And it's like, he's so beautiful.
Yeah.
but
It
It was a
after that-
goose.
Yeah.
Was it BMAC?
It was a goose? Fuck, that hurt.
Yeah, but like,
remember that.
They're a
but like
heavy
in
bird.
the
Wow.
80s, he was it was all of like this stuff like
I've definitely seen that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like him on on the cover of a book with his shirt off on a horse or something, and he was very
Did you
precious
say-
about yeah.
He would get around on horse.
when you needed a whore summer.
Yeah.
This was
further.
the book you need
Fabio
to read.
was your man.
Yeah. So yeah.
Also, the greatest dance ever is the Sean McAuliffe doing the Fabio one. We'll look at it in the post show.
Yeah, yeah.
I've not seen
Again,
it.
Have
very
you ever
old.
seen that? You've definitely
How does
seen
Fabio dance?
Show us pictures of Sean McAuliffe.
I want to see the dance
Moving
now.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the games that we've been playing, and we're going to start with a big one. We're going to start with Starfield.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
One of the bigger releases of the year. A lot of hype. Bethesda Game Studios' new IP. A few of us have been playing it. Nat has a key.
I haven't played it yet.
You don't play
But you
games.
have it.
I don't play
games.
games.
You don't play
What
games,
game?
famously.
Has your brother booted this up yet?
No.
Okay.
No, it hasn't. Big download. Yeah.
So Starfield is one that I in particular have been excited about. I am a big, just threw Morrowind out there to the audience, but massive Bethesda Game Studios fan. And I love their game design, which is probably the most contentious part of a Bethesda game idea is not plot, is not kind of aesthetic. It's their game design, because they are unabashedly video game makers.
Yeah.
Where we see modern AAA games trying to be as cinematic as possible and kind of a lot of times hide the artifice of video game behind really strong storytelling. You know, I'm thinking of Naughty Dog's.
Yeah, very story focused. Naughty Dog.
Fancy cutscenes and stuff. And yeah.
Bethesda embrace that their engine is a video game engine. And characters still do all the things you expect out of a Bethesda game, which is like not look at you when they're talking to you, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And in spite of all of that, and because of that, I just find this such a charming game and such a bold game. It is not always entertaining. It is sometimes boring, but I find it a really, really fun and immersive place to be.
Can we point out as well, speaking of bold choices, the footage we're seeing here is literally the first moments of the game in which they decide to start your your space operatic adventure in a mine.
Yeah, in a
which is-
literal cave.
You are literally going underground, as is the case with many Bethesda games. It's like the reveal moment is there, and Josh, if you get a chance to
That's
skip
true. I
ahead,
didn't think about that.
they always do that little like
You're
go
in
and
a
have this
dungeon
reveal.
or-
Yeah, you need to have
Oh,
the reveal,
fantastic.
but
You gotta go
I do
through
think
some
that was
tunnels or
amazing to
something.
just be like, oh, we're starting in a mine, but
Yeah.
but yeah, as you said, Pete, it's,
Even just the facial animations are so iconically Bethesda. The first thing I was like, oh, I would have thought that by now they would have updated that, but then I was like, it's such a, you know, when you see all those TikTok parodies of people just like walking weird, being video characters and
Oh,
walking
yeah, very
backwards into
stiff.
shit and stuff. That's all Bethesda parodies. Like they're all
Okay.
like mimicking Skyrim or it's a very specific character movement. It's a very specific kind of jank that is so iconic to Bethesda that I think now I think if they were to kind of change it, and I'm sure they will eventually, but it would take you away from the connection you have to all the Bethesda games that you've had before.
this feels definitely polished though. Like
Oh,
I was
yeah.
expecting
It
I was
looks
expecting
heaps
it
So
to
I'm
be.
looking at that. I'm trying to look at the animation because I love talking about game design. So you're talking,
Yeah.
listening
Yeah.
to you guys, I'm like,
If you interact with an NPC, it kind of like goes into a sort of a zoom in of
Like
them.
just here, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
And their face stays quite still. And
I was gonna say, do you know
he
the
has
biggest?
no life in his eyes.
we should talk about the game on bigger like levels, but there is the one giveaway. It's eye contact after finishing conversation before leaving. So it's this. It's
Okay.
That makes sense. Looking at someone
Yeah.
before
like
you leave.
uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
can you not look at me?
Watching without knowing where you're going.
Walking backwards into
Please
shit,
never
and
do that again.
also when
Don't
their
do it.
heads just are a little bit too turned around. Like sometimes
Yeah.
the character model, the body won't, and they'll just be having a conversation with you, and it'll be about something really serious. And they're like, I just don't know if we can actually get through that. You're like, is your neck okay?
Oh, no, I can imagine it now.
Yeah.
It's all led with the eyes.
And
Yeah.
there's like, physics, and they'll step onto something and the camera will push in, and then they'll step onto a ledge, and then it'll be like the camera will just be on their stomach while they're talking to you. All that kind of stuff is still in here.
Okay.
Obviously, this is visually the most impressive looking Bethesda game.
Obviously.
It is a step it is absolutely well beyond what Fallout 4 looks like and what Skyrim looks like. But it is not the most beautiful looking video game released in the last 5 years. There were games released years ago that
Still hold up now.
the focus was graphics, and they look better than this. And in terms of performance as well, I'm playing on a very beefy rig, and I don't get incredible performance out of it. The console release is locked to 30. That's
pretty
wow.
common now.
that's for a game like this. It is better that it is stable than
Yeah.
fast and then falls apart.
It broke my rig, which is definitely outdated. So I've had to pick up another PC rig from work that is still decent enough, but it still can really only push 40 on like medium to high. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's not optimized the way people are like out there pointing out, oh, it's buggy and all that. It's not. It's buggy as a Bethesda game is, and that's endearing. But it definitely does feel like it's pushing the hardware for what I feel like is the scope. Is the scale more so than the finite detail and the crafted nature of everything. It's like it just has so much to deal with when you play it.
Yeah.
But it does look very like it does have a lot of detail. It feels gritty, and I was impressed that because I was a bit worried after Fallout is I've always really felt a very visually like depressing game because it's set in a nuclear apocalypse, and so aftermath. Understandably, it's pretty brown and bland, but for a big game that you spend so many hours in, I've always struggled with that. So I was really hoping that this would be visually spectacular. And one of the first planets you go to is really kind of colorful and verdant and like all those kind of things. So there's a lot of dimension in terms of the different planets you go to, I think. There's snow, I guess. So I'm excited about that.
There's blue.
Yeah.
There's
There's blue.
There's definitely a choice in the design, and again, I haven't played too much, so I want to let you speak about it, Pete. But it's like I'm hanging on just because I find it quite aesthetically. It's not doing much to capture my eyeballs at any one moment, but I have to keep resetting my mind and enjoying the kind of like interstellar Martian Ad Astra kind of vibe that it has, which is this kind of like shooter in space with a lot of like metals and squared edges, and I can just get enough aesthetically pleasingness out of that before I'm occasionally like, this feels like an area out of Fallout. Like, or it's like, I'm in a bunker, but I'm just on a planet in a bunker. So, which is what they do. That's how these games are built. And like, I'm curious to know where you are in the game and how much more it's opened up out of
I can see, Lesser Two Weevils points out that we're talking about how, why is it endearing for a Bethesda game to be buggy and for others it's not? Because, well, my answer to that, and Chad is calling this out as well, is that Bethesda bugs are actually not, there's never anything game breaking. There's a tweak in the physics engine that like makes something move in a weird way. And it's usually really humorous. It's like, it's never, it's typically not the game doesn't work because of X, Y, Z bugs destroying the experience. The experience as well is it's create your own adventure, create your own story. And so it's not like really crafted moments being interrupted by something frustrating. It's you doing something silly and seeing if it works. Like the biggest clip that's come out of this game so far is someone collected 20,000 potatoes, put them all into a room, and then opened the door and let them fall out to see what the physics engine would do.
Yeah.
And that is the reason this game exists. Is to
light up potatoes?
Collect as many fucking potatoes as you possibly can and put them on your ship.
But it's also, it is also open world, and it is incredibly broad in terms of what is out there and how many systems are all going to play with each other. And there's just a point in video game design, I assume, that's like you just can't have that many variables and iron out all those creases. They're going to happen. Like I would say it's impossible to create a game that has this much scope. And for me, that's where I'm forgiving on it too. It's like those bugs are there because I'm getting so much that I can't, that isn't pre-programmed, that isn't linear, that is happening around, and just systems have to clash into each other. And so when that happens, I'm like, when it happens well, it's great. Character bumps past each other. Excuse me, you're from this planet? I'm like, wow, immersive. And then when it doesn't happen, I'm like, also fun. So it's like, take the good with the bad in that sense.
I think it will, it took me a little while to get into the mindset of being in not a sandbox, but in the kind of world where you are trying to just see what happens when you interact with things and try and you create your own story. And I kind of thank Baldur's Gate for that, because that is also very much a game where you're just kind of trying stuff and it's not necessarily about what the game is guiding you towards. It's about what things that you can find to create your own moments. And by that, it's like they've hidden so many things and created so many different interactions in this world that you can do that. And I feel like that it took me a while to get into that rhythm, but just towards the end of the stream, I started to get there, and I haven't kind of stopped thinking about it since. So I'm excited to go back.
It definitely worms its way into your psyche in the way that I love that these games do, and that I just want to, so much to do, and you find yourself walking.
How far into it are you? Because I've heard similar things in reviews, people saying it like slow burn at the start, like a lot to get through, which
takes a while. From what I've heard.
I guess I it's my kind of game, and I've been excited about it. So I was just thrilled to be playing it and was enjoying it from the first moment. The first thing I did was become over encumbered picking up succulents because they're all around all these buildings, and I'm like, I'm gonna put these in my ship. And so I just picked up like 40 things, and it was like, you're too heavy to you're gonna lose oxygen if you try and exert yourself. And so then my first 3 hours of the game was slowly walking and dragging a bunch of succulents along behind me to get to my ship that was like parked across the map somewhere. I enjoy this kind of gameplay, and I was really interested. I've played about 16 hours of it now, and have found myself finding the RPG elements of it really enjoyable. They've kind of they've reworked and retooled a lot of what you expect out of an RPG like this. It's not, in my mind, thankfully, an exhaustive skill tree branching off into a million paths. What I've really liked about Bethesda's games forever is that you are rewarded in particular attributes by using them. And so it encourages you to use them. You do the things that you want to do, then you're incentivized to do them more, and you become better at them as you do them more.
I did that a while back that I was like, this is a watershed moment for skilling up in games. I'm trying to remember, there was a game a while back that did that. It's like the more you did the ability, the more you went up in the stat tree. And I was like, once it happened, I was like, that makes so much more sense than skill trees and points and allocate and not knowing what they are as you're getting them.
Or forgetting about them.
Yeah, but I
really like what they've done here. We probably won't have any footage of it that we can just skip to, but the way that it's laid out now is that there's kind of there's categories, and then within those categories are particular skill sets, and you can get 4 levels of an individual skill. And so for me, I've kind of been focusing piloting, and you can pick anything with a skill point. You can open it up and you get a bonus to that thing. And then to get to the next level, you do something associated with that enough times, and you can then spend a skill point on the next level of it.
And this is, their actual goals versus, again, Skyrim had, sneak around a lot and kill people and sneak
and you would eventually get to level 100, which meant you could unlock the whole
Smith
tree.
iron daggers, you'll get better at smithing.
Whereas in this, it is, I want to be good at piloting. Being good at piloting gives me more maneuverability in my ship. So I'm going to do it a lot. And to get to level 2, I need to be in dogfights and kill 15 enemy ships.
Yeah.
And then I can unlock level 2, gives me another tweak on that perk. And so you can kind of max out a perk by using it a lot, which I think is a really just streamlined way of doing RPG mechanics, of just use the thing, you'll get to use the thing more, and it'll become more fun to use the thing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was immediately excited by the character creation system. I don't know if you've seen any of this, Nat, but when you create your character in Starfield, you choose a background for your character that has certain, attributes.
Traits? Oh.
And and then you choose traits as well. And so there's traits where you could start with a house. Rather than having to save up one.
Your character owns a house?
Yeah, but they also have a mortgage.
But they have a mortgage, so you need
mortgage, realistic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's another trait.
for me.
There's another trait where, which I chose, where your parents are still alive, and you can go and visit them. They just live in an apartment in the main city.
Yeah.
And it's a kind of emotional connection and a storyline that you can play through, but you have to send 2% of your earnings to them every week.
Oh.
And there's another trait
Not
where
realistic.
there's another trait where I think it's you have high charisma, or you're sort of popular and stuff. You got Riz.
You got Riz.
But you have an adoring fan that is obsessed with you and just turns up at really inopportune moments and will not leave you alone.
They drill in your
Stream sniper.
Stream sniper, yeah.
Yeah.
They stream snipe you. I have adoring fan enabled.
Me too.
Adoring fan.
Of course you do.
lives on.
Oh, of course.
There was
Weirdest thing.
reality where you were not going to
the
choose
adoring
that.
fan is terrified of me. Well, I'm
Wait,
chasing
really?
it. No, I'm just
Really?
I'm chasing
Oh
the
my
fan
god,
around.
that would have been so
come back.
funny.
Wait, come back.
We should hang out more.
What did you say to him, Gus?
Come on my ship. Why don't you
So is that
meet my
third person?
parents?
Yeah, it's so funny because adoring fan lives on your ship, and you're taking off, and it cuts to the third person angle, and it's the ship soars away, and the adoring fan's like, I can't wait to go on another adventure with you. What are you going to get up to next time?
Wait, are they on the ship? Or
Yeah,
they're-
they turn up early in the game as a character does that wonderful Bethesda
They
interruption.
sniped
So
you and now on the ship. Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know they're on the ship?
Yeah, you
They're
can
not
recruit
hiding in
them.
the walls, like watching you sleep.
you recruit them as a crew member, which I have seen as Meat Shield. Like, I'm like, great, I'm bringing
just
you
turn into a
along.
mod.
Is the Adoring Fan different in every game?
The Adoring Fan,
I believe I've seen other
started
people's
in Oblivion, and it was
same thing. Has this like
same
blonde
hairdo.
little spike of hair in the middle, very like large features.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
in Oblivion, and
Yeah.
then must have turned up in Skyrim.
I'm pretty sure it was in Skyrim as well, but I
Potentially
don't
in
remember it
Fallout.
being
It's
as
a bit
big a
of an
deal.
indie.
Always a dude?
It's the same character, same voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's just a little meme.
Yeah,
The one that
okay.
the trait that I really like as the character building, you don't have to select anything because they're all like
Pros and
risk
cons.
reward
Yeah.
attached to each thing. But wanted means that there are mercenaries hunting you.
Chuck that on.
And I really like that because it just like there's so much there's heaps of combat if you're doing story missions. Any story mission, any side mission, you're going to get involved in either space combat or kind of going to an overrun facility and getting into combat, and that's the action is fun. But wanted means that you can kind of just be, as you're passively exploring the system, and you can spend hours doing that as well, you will have beats of mercenaries rocking up and going like, we're coming for you. And so suddenly there's just like this adrenaline boost in amongst it all because you can be doing one of my like and this is a little bit tangential but is kind of in a similar vein. One of my favorite things that happens in this game is that you're on a planet, you're walking, you've got your scanner up, you can see there's an anomaly 1,000 meters away, and you're on a planet with low G, and you jump, use your jetpack, you're just floating your way across the planet, and then all of a sudden you hear
That like entry jets.
Oh, yeah.
entry. A ship, you look up into the air, a ship is coming to land. It's going to land like a few hundred meters away from you. Sidetrack. I'm going there now. The ship comes and lands. It's full of mercenaries.
Oh.
This is how I got my new ship. I watched a ship land. I was
You looked
hiding
at it and
behind a
you
rock.
went, bet that thing's full.
I sprinted.
You looked at it,
I
that
sprinted
thing
at
is
the landing.
That thing is full of succulents.
Yeah, exactly.
And if it's not, I will fill it with succulents. You watching the landing ramp come down? Sprint up it, jump in, murder everyone on board, fly off while the other people that left are just on the ground looking down. And literally, you get in the cockpit and they're still walking around like, oi! Took off, stole the ship, registered it. Now I have a mercenary ship and it's sick.
That's amazing.
very
Yeah,
cool.
just had to kill a few people on the way.
Yeah.
But
they were
Apart from that one
baddies.
adoring fan just in the ship going, I'm not going to speak up. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna hang on.
Are you sure you should be doing that, sir?
I love that there's traits that support how you want to play, and then
Yeah.
one of the traits that I chose because I was so excited to have companions
Yep.
and like maybe romance some of them, like have a
That
cool
Baldur's Gate
have
3
a cool
doesn't wear
crew.
off quickly, does it? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, man.
welcome to my ship. Who wants to... Wait, we're not doing that here? Oh, okay.
For summer. But there was a perk that I chose that that means that when you are traveling with one of your like crew members,
Yep.
which for me would be all the time, you you do better in combat. Like you have a stat boost to your combat. But if you perform actions or do things that your crew members don't like, then you will perform worse in combat. So it's like a debuff that you get
Oh,
if you
right.
make choices that don't align with the morals of your crew, which I think is such an interesting dynamic from a
Yeah.
roleplay perspective that then affects how you perform.
It's good to have a stat boost rather than just, oh, this will make conversations more difficult
Yeah,
or more painful
no.
to have in the future. It's like, oh, I also can't shoot straight now.
But also, like, then you have to like get to know them and what they,
Yeah.
you know, what they're about, so that you can make sure that the stuff
It's a good
that you're
motivator,
doing.
actually.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
not into dialogue or like, you know, you don't like story in your game, like some people, then it's like, that's going to force you to actually do it just to get stats up. I love that, actually.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
sick. I love it. What a cool perk. I
I could talk about this game forever. I want to quickly touch on the dogfighting.
I was going to ask you about the shooting because I'm really curious how you
Yeah.
feel about that, but please go on.
Well, I mean, we can start with the on-ground shooting. I really like because I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the way that even Fallout feels with a mouse and keyboard. And I don't love it with a controller, so I will continue playing with a mouse and keyboard. But I don't think it will be a fun shooter with a controller in hand. Are you playing with a controller?
No, mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was curious. Like, I was surprised by how much I was into the shooting. Obviously, I play a lot of first-person shooters, and then knowing that from Fallout, and it's like it's always felt like this weird RPG shooter with obviously you had VATs and things like that, but even if you fired from the hip, it never really it felt like you had that RNG attached to the bullet hits and all that, whereas this does feel very tight. It is all reticle focused. It is like there's crits and all that kind of stuff to getting the shots, but it does feel like there is an element of, I hate to use it as an example in this because it's such a well curated, like beautiful narrative, but there is some COD twitchy shooterness to it, which feels good. Like that's how gunplay should feel in a first-person shooter, and so
I hate it.
There's
You don't
heaps
like
of
But it's just because it's because it's more twitchy and I'm bad at that.
Yeah,
so I'm
fair
like
enough.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
like I want a bit more assist kind of stuff, and also I'm playing with the mouse and keyboard as well because I'd be even worse if I was having to aim with a thumbstick. But I
think the assist
the flying is so hard.
Well, I struggle
I'm
with
so bad. At
Oh
Yeah.
god. Okay.
interesting.
that with the mouse and keyboard. I suck.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll be
So,
fine. I'm just
Yeah, my brother will be
particularly
fine.
bad.
Yeah, and the arsenal of weaponry and guns is pretty deep. And I found a gun in my session last night that I have fallen in love with, and will keep around. You know, you get like legendary tier gear and stuff as well. So and there's heaps of crafting and stuff. There's all that stuff. Dogfighting. The dogfighting you're having trouble with, Gus?
Nah, it's just a huge punch on in the game that I'm watching.
Actually,
turn
watching right now.
the
It's my
AFL
team.
off.
The Demons are playing Collingwood, and they just punched on with. No,
Confiscated.
it's really important.
Confiscated.
No, I need that.
The demons lost.
No, well, they're losing.
It's actually watching it.
Moving on. Sorry.
Gus, wait, this is about video games.
Yeah.
The dogfighting I really like. He's watching it on his phone now.
On my watch.
AFL? Ain't no way.
KO on a watch.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, the footy.
Let him watch. He can have it back in the ad break.
Can I get score updates as they go, please, in chat? Thank you so
Chat
much.
can do
Spam in,
updates,
spam in
okay?
the spam in the chat ad break.
Further days.
Yeah, the dogfighting I have put energy into and perk points into to improve. Definitely want thrusters, which because I mean ships all have different. You can customize your own ships. I'm sure you've seen. You can steal ships.
Yeah.
As I've explained.
Yep,
But they all have different kind of stats themselves, not just in like the weapon damage and their shields and stuff like that. They go they have maneuverability based on their weight and their build, and getting thrusters just
Solves
makes
all that.
anything way more playable because it is really heavy.
Is it worth having a
fire.
controller plugged in for ship? Like, 'cause
I've been
there's-
using mouse and
There's enough
keyboard.
downtime between it to literally be like.
You probably could.
There's
Yeah.
this manual system of like how you distribute power as
Yeah,
well. Have
it's
you
obviously-
seen that?
Fucking love that.
It's.
It's amazing.
I started and went, I don't like this, but I feel like I'm with you. I actually went, this is really laborious, but part of me is like, it feels very
I see
much.
why it's there. It's like, oh, I've put all my power into like maneuverability and stuff, and now I don't have any power in my jump drive, and some pirates have arrived, and I need to get out of here. And
Totally.
I have to go.
I just found it quite finicky with the keyboard. You literally have like a certain amount of power cells that you can allocate to shield thrusters, but not all at once. So you've got to sort of press a button to select this little menu while you're flying a ship and things are firing at you. So it's got a little bit of task.
It might take
management now.
30 points to fill all of your bars if you're on a really high-end ship. But so the gear can take a lot of power, but you might only have 15 to spend. So you got to make calls on what's most important right now, and you can have different weapons, and maybe you only want 2 types of weapon online.
That's
and
a
you
level
want
of
a shield
management
full.
I am
requires
hate.
a lot of brain power from what I've noticed.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
And when there's combat around you, it's kind of like, I'd say as a tutorial.
And you're adoring fan.
And my adoring fan in the back. What's going on?
You have a stream sniper, you got a mercenary.
Exactly.
You can't
But
fly
As a
shit.
tutorial, I found it the clunkiest part of the tutorial. Like, it kind of flew in my face, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I quite got what that was yet. So I haven't really returned to mastering that. But I'm curious if it
I
does
think
get more fun.
it kind of throws it at you as well, and it's confusing at first, and then you go to one of the factions. So there are big factions like that aren't the main story, like there are in all Bethesda games. You know, like Thieves Guild. You know, all that stuff. Mages Guild. This is like there's one that's kind of a pseudo paramilitary kind of group, and you can join them, and you have to train to be a pilot to join them. And that's really early on as well. And
That
it feels
felt-
too early on.
And it felt too, this is what everyone's going to do. And I went, I
Totally.
refuse the call to
Oh,
whatever.
is that with the museum and everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I got arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a story for another time.
Yep.
But the thrusters, you kind of just like you hold space
Back to
bar,
your thrusters,
it's like a drift, so it just makes you way more maneuverable.
Yeah, because when you think about it, dogfighting is literally just going past each other, turning around. Going past each other, turning
Oh my
around.
God.
So yeah,
Before I
imagine
realized
getting-
the space bar thruster thingy existed, I was just going like this.
Yeah, slow.
Yeah.
And then but the enemy was also going like this.
Yeah.
So that was
You
about
never
freeze
up.
that was a good
I'm
couple
just
of minutes.
imagining some like Top Gun Maverick here.
No, it's a slow
Oh.
interstellar ballet.
That's Top Gun
Just-
Maverick played at 0.25 times speed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was not thrilling. It was not thrilling.
She's coming
Oh,
back
okay.
around.
I will show you.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
put footage on the Discord of some of the dogfights I've been in. They're thrilling.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, we're definitely going to be
So
thrilling
thrilling.
stuff.
Thrilling.
How long? 15-minute video?
No, I'm moving really fast. I got my power to full. You get rid of your grav because you grav.
Are you getting your hot ass out?
I'm not getting the hot
That
ass
might need
out.
some explaining.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I leave my hot ass in the cupboard where it belongs.
It's the thrusters.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, but it's an acronym.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, there it is. Oh, I'm so sorry for that as well.
Oh,
He's
God.
not.
Sorry to chat.
Get his hot ass, everyone. We're definitely. I feel we're gonna return and talk more about
Help me
this.
chat, get me out of here.
Definitely.
and all have those stories to tell
Yeah.
kind of thing. Because I'm very much still just like finding my
You
feet.
need to stop me talking about this game because I will go forever.
Most
I
of
love
all,
it.
I'm just happy
I love it.
that you're enjoying it because because
thrilled.
I know that you have a deep, long-lasting relationship with Bethesda. So
Where are you finding fucking time? Because
I am
literally,
yeah.
I was so. We've had very busy weeks, and then last night, as I'm getting off at like 1 a.m, I'm like getting off my computer. I'm like, oh, getting off at 1 a.m. I've got no time for it.
whole summer.
Whole summer. And then it's like, boom, Peter is playing Starfield. I'm like,
I
oh
am
my
playing.
God.
I am playing when I get home from late shoots.
Yep.
Getting on at 10:30 and playing till 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then getting up at 6 and going like, that was a mistake.
Getting
not
in your
well
car
fed.
and going thrusters to full. Off to work.
It's been. I'm exhausted.
I'm really interested to talk about it in a couple of weeks when we've all put way too much time into it and we've all got our own little versions of the stories. Because right now we're all just doing the mine and the museum and the
Getting
recruitment.
arrested.
And getting arrested,
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah, but yeah, there are some wonderful story threads to follow, and I've just been.
I'm going to steal a mercenary
Enjoying that.
ship and I'm going to do just what Peter did.
And you're going
It's-
to get arrested.
Getting
It'll
arrested,
change
just like
your
Steph
life.
did.
I have 3 ships now.
Yeah.
So that's Starfield. We'll talk about that more in the coming weeks as well. Now I want to jump to you because you've been playing. I would argue one of the best games ever made.
Wow. Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Wow, fantastic. Okay. Yes?
Tell us about Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4, yeah. Oh, so I never played any of the Uncharted games. So only I think the past 2 months I started playing Uncharted.
Mhm.
I ended up skipping 1,
Fair.
but then
Logical.
Yeah.
Good call.
I felt like I just ended up watching a YouTube summary of 1. It was more than enough.
It's hard with those games that are that have a long history and dated.
Yeah, a
it's
bit
like
dated
yeah,
graphically as
yeah,
well.
It's playable, but only it's just over that curve or that horizon
Yeah.
of games being too janky from back in the
I
day.
always recommend people skip The Witcher 1 and
Yeah.
Oh
start,
god, yeah,
and start
that's
with
too far
2.
behind.
Yeah,
So you skipped 1.
I skipped 1, and then I
played
did 2. I really enjoyed 2.
Two's the
Two's great.
best.
2 was very enjoyable.
2 is
Because
objectively
they
the best. I
introduced
won't
all
hear
the
anything about it.
characters, and it kind of like, I love the interactions.
Yep.
3 with Sully was good as well, but I felt like I enjoyed 2 a little bit more than number 3. But 3 was still good.
Because 2's the best.
4, my chat knows. My god, Sam was the most annoying character. Look, the reason is because
Yeah.
I suck at shooting, man. Like, this is not even a heavy shooting game. This even got aim assist. And Sam would
You're blaming one character?
Sam. Just Sam. It was just me screaming freaking Sam down the
Frickin'
entire
Sam, man.
gameplay,
Here he
man.
is
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah,
What a
God
handsome
damn
man
it,
with long
Sam.
hair.
No.
Yeah, I always play the Uncharted games on easy just because I find that like
Totally.
Yeah, I was
not
playing on hard.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like actually.
Did chat
Yes.
make you do that?
Why?
They always make me
Those
do that.
rats.
Blockbuster games, enjoy them in that way. You should enjoy them
no.
like, oh no.
It's also
unfortunate.
it's also like the enemies in this are like a mass, the
Just
bullet
meat,
spongiest
yeah.
enemies ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
I
even
was-
if they don't have any armor on, they're just like a dude in a tank top. It's just like you put 2 clips into them and they're just like still coming
it was
at you for some
terrible.
reason.
I felt like all the enemies were made of vibranium or something like
Yeah.
that. I was
Yeah.
shooting 20 bullets in them, and they were still walking.
And it's a power
Yeah.
fantasy. You're an action hero. Like you
Totally.
want to be.
You want it to be
one-shotting
Exactly, I'm
and
Brad Pitt.
equipping
Easy
and
action.
not
And,
feeling bad about it.
Yeah, and I had like no plot armor. So
Oh no,
the
you should have
story-wise-
called me. I would have said play it on story mode.
no, the chat would have fought hard for it. They're like, no, Nat, hard
Jack
mode.
can fuck off.
Yeah.
Skill issue, Nat.
But you're
Yeah.
enjoying.
Yeah, I really enjoyed number 4. I was actually surprised by how many chapters there were. Because I
Yeah.
thought number 2 had a lot of chapters.
Yeah.
And then there's more and more chapters kept going on.
Oh, so you finished it.
I finished it like 2 weeks ago. I
Okay.
think.
Nice.
Yeah, and
That's so cool.
I liked how well it wrapped up, and I liked how it kind of reintroduced like back Sully and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it comes like again, Pete and I played a little bit of it earlier this week actually as well, and really enjoyed remembering moments that I'd genuinely forgotten. And then just it is one of the most polished games, or Naughty Dog just do such good polish that it does just you forget you're watching a game. But this game in particular does hit in the feels. Like it goes for the
man.
emotional stuff far more than the pulpiness of 2 and 3.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
that like
exactly.
get you in the feels?
Yeah, it did. I really
That lift
felt.
ride?
I really felt like the physics of the game, where Nathan Drake would jump from one building to another building,
Yeah.
and I was like, that is by no means possible.
That's the emotional tug you got from this?
Every single time I was like jumping, I'm like, what
Not
intonation
the
are
broken
these?
marriage.
Okay,
Not the
I
betrayal.
want to know what you thought about the relationship
Not
drama.
the like, not the call and refusal to
Look,
adventure.
I'm trying
Not
to have.
the aging hero, but the jumping.
Look, I was
and the
trying.
brothers torn apart.
Oh my god. Look, the brother, he was annoying. I was like, there was one clip. There was one clip
Did
that.
you cheer when he gets shot in the back right at the start?
No, I was like, oh, the game's over. What is it? 2 chapters? What am I
There's
playing?
not enough chapters in this
Yeah,
game.
it's DLC
Wait
I'm
a
playing.
minute.
No, but it was really good. I like the characters, but
Yeah.
chat knows my interaction with Sam all the time. It was like sometimes like, all right, I was playing, I was like, Sam, all right, we're gonna get this guy, and Sam just leaves me like midway while I'm about to take down an enemy, and I'm just like, look, I'm playing on hard mode. It's very, very
I
difficult.
feel like that,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
yeah.
has probably
Yeah.
made you
That would
resent
definitely,
characters more than. I mean, Elena and Nate, like, what about that? What about that relationship?
Oh, that was all right.
I feel like Naughty Dog
yeah,
games.
touching.
Naughty Dog games. I play them, and after one playthrough, the cutscenes stick in my mind so much, and I just play them over and over. They're so like complex, and they capture so much in the actors' performances. We like that line where like Elena has come after Nate,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they have a kind of confrontation, and he's like, "Thanks for saving my ass back then." She goes, "Yeah, I almost didn't this time," and it's like
Yeah.
so real, and he's just like, and it's just like this kind of complex history of like him running off to adventure, and she's like, "Don't you think I would want to run off and have these big adventures?"
Yeah, I remember that dialogue.
You know, we agreed that we were going to stop like, you know, throwing our lives away, and we've got, you know, bigger responsibilities of life now, and someone who cares about us, and
And in, like, testament to the engine, we were replaying it because it's on PC now.
Yeah.
So we were playing on PC, and it's just such a good engine, such a good game, that there's just moments in early cutscenes where Nate's just eyebrow would just lift just that bit, or
Just
like
slightly.
just to show a little bit of like inner turmoil, and you're like, I got that from
Yeah.
Oh,
that
the
facial
motion tracking
capture.
with the faces are great.
Oh,
The animation.
yeah.
It was a big jump graphically from number 3 to number 4.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Have you played Last of Us yet?
I played 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think I didn't play any of them on stream because I was one of the. There's a
Yeah,
few
right.
games where
Yeah.
I
You could-
don't want to play any. Like I don't want to play on stream.
Yeah.
fair. Yeah,
And
yeah.
Last of Us was one of them.
Yeah, and I mean the Last of Us 2 in particular took that facial animation stuff that step further and was just my
It's
god,
like
the performances are
transcended
so
Uncanny
subtle
Valley,
for a video
yeah.
game.
Yeah. No, I remember. I was just like, I haven't touched the controller for 40 minutes now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I love the environments you play through in Uncharted 4 too. I love that whole jungle-y section with the kind of underwater, well, not underwater, but like
Oh,
flooded,
cave
Sunken
systems
city,
and
yeah.
all that?
flooded. No, they're the kind of flooded, they're like pirate.
Lagoon.
Oh, yeah. That
thing.
was
Like,
nice.
that was so
I've
sick. I
forgotten
love
so much of it, and
that,
again, we
that whole sequence where you're kind of discovering what happened in the
Yeah.
past. Yeah.
I'm dying to get back into it actually, because I remembered the start and we played a bit of the start when Pete and I did, but I've forgotten. I know there's a pirate ship later. I know there's Scotland in a bit. I'm like, yeah, but I will say the thing about 4 is it didn't have as many of the bombastic set pieces, and I think it's better for that. The things I remember in 2 is being on the train, being on the big flipped cruise liner. Was that 2 or 3? That might have been 3.
Cruise liner was 3. The ship stuff was
Anyway,
mostly
I
3.
remember
Yeah.
these set pieces falling out of the plane, all that kind of
The
stuff.
train thing was definitely 2.
4 has less of those, but more of the actual meaningful stuff and
Very
like,
meaningful dialogue.
yeah.
From what I felt.
And
I
just-
feel like there was more interaction between the actual characters.
Yeah.
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 Oh, so
but-
good.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I just think about like the physics of them jumping across buildings. I'm like, physically possible, Nathan.
Well, it's an interesting. I mean, you raise a good point, and it's actually been like Uncharted in particular gets brought up a lot in conversations about what is dubbed ludonarrative dissonance, which is this idea that there is this narrative taking place that we as the audience are supposed to absorb and be immersed in, but then the characters that are in that story are so different from the being that goes around murdering hundreds of people, leaping with superhuman strength. And there's like this disconnect between, okay, this is a beautiful story and it's beautifully told, and now because video game, you are able to, you're going to shoot a million bullets and you're going to jump across gaps that are
And you'll be fine.
unbreachable. And yeah, I totally get that when you see that, it can damage the story because you're like, that's so unusual.
I still enjoyed the story, but I think for me, I'm always picking out on stuff, and I'm like, the magical rope. What is this lasso? Man? I'm like throwing it, and then it just like rolls
But
back
totally.
next to me. But like, I was still focused on the story.
Yeah.
though,
Yeah,
I mean,
totally,
he is an action hero, and they are like, they are action movies in a game. I feel like that narrative has been like fed to us through action movies, through
Yeah.
novellas, through like the idea of that being able to transcend the actual acts that they're carrying out and being like,
and
yeah,
they
but
make a
good
point of
guys.
making sure that you're only you're what do you call it, taking down enemies when they're not.
It's all defense. Like you're usually
Yeah,
being
like
killed
when,
over
when you're at a
300
party, you're just like
people.
putting
Yeah,
them
yeah,
to sleep for a
Stats
second. You're not
boards.
To be
shooting
fair,
them.
you're always, and it is a very Uncharted thing to run into an area, waist high walls everywhere, and the guard's like, "We're gonna kill you," and he's like, "I want to get out of here, but I've got to shoot you to do it." So it's
Yeah.
never like Nate runs into an area, sees a bunch of guards, is like, "I'm gonna shoot them all before they see me." It's like
yeah.
there
Yeah.
is probably that, but
It's gonna
it's
be
a
the
stretch.
biggest case, defending against probably 400 people he's killed.
Oh,
I'm an adventurer though, guys.
yeah.
look at me
I
raise
swear.
my, yeah, but look
belongs
at me
in a
raise my
museum.
eyebrow, Your Honor. I'm gonna
Oh
let
my
it slide.
God.
But I
Really
also think
so
if
charming.
Naughty Dog made the game that they wanted to make, then it wouldn't be that way. It's just that they have.
Totally. They realize that what they're doing is creating a video game that
and
people need
Last
to play.
of Us was kind of a response to that. It almost felt like, I know there were more reasons for it, but that game was like, it was survival. You've got
Yes.
the clickers. You've got people who are horrible that you're literally just trying to keep away.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, there's the idea of Joel being very violent and like, they experiment with that later on. But I feel like I don't want to say it was in response to Uncharted, but it was definitely a different tonal vibe that they got to flex and be like, look, we're not just about killing as many people as you can to get a high score.
But you,
so,
but you still do plenty of that.
you
Yeah.
kill plenty.
I feel
people.
like they really built the world in detail for The Last of Us. That's why a lot of people like
Yes.
argued that they liked it more than Uncharted. But there's
Yeah.
some people that say they liked Uncharted.
But Uncharted's
Uncharted, more
globetrotting.
fun.
Yeah.
Last
More
of Us,
adventure.
I think, a more complete idea.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
brilliant.
It's lovely to know someone came to it later on and got to play through so much of it and still get that adventure that we all
yeah.
want to
You
I
should
want to
definitely
play is it the Lost Legacy?
Play it on, honestly, play it on easy.
That's
And
not going to happen. No one might chat. No one might chat. No.
please
They're
ignore
rats.
them because
Do what you
honestly,
want.
I think Uncharted is a brilliant series and there's some of the great games, but they are bad games if played on a harder difficulty because the shooting is shit. It's not fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and it's not the point of the game as well.
I
So
remember
tell your
playing-
audience, no. Nat is going to play The
Yeah,
Lost Legacy
rats.
on easy
And
because it's
just
going to be the best
enjoy
way to
it.
play the game.
It's fun
Yeah.
to feel
Yeah.
like the game's hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
That high difference is perfect.
Sorry, yeah. The height difference got me there.
It's fun to feel overwhelmed like an action movie, but you want to get out of every fight going, whew, I can't believe I got through that scrap. Like that's what playing on easy.
Yeah.
I played most of 3 on normal, and I just remember that boat
Brutal
section
or
going
nothing.
for fucking 10 years.
Oh.
Like, it just did not end.
The docks, the floating dock
Yeah.
area to
Oh
get
yeah,
to the
the
cruise
And all
ship.
Mission
through the
Hard mode.
ship, all
oh
through
my
the ship.
God.
Yeah.
Rocket
But I
launcher
felt
dudes
rewarded
everywhere.
because I was like, yeah, I did that on hard
You definitely
mode.
have that
Hell
sense
yeah.
of
Yeah.
accomplishment.
Awful.
You're a better
And then
gamer
I was
than
like
us.
reading chat at the same time, and I was like, oh my God, my head hurts.
cool.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, but definitely check out Lost Legacy because I think you'll enjoy the characters more as well.
Okay.
If Sam was problematic for you,
Oh, that's
haven't
played
good.
Lost
You're
Legacy, but
just-
yeah.
Oh man, Sam.
Sam and those jumps
Sam,
over
There was
buildings.
just so many clips of me saying, "Fucking Sam!" Oh, dude.
Gussie.
I'll round us out quickly with a game that I've been trying to squeeze in some time in and around all the crazy games that we're playing. Baldur's Gate 3, Starfield, heaps of other stuff that's out that deserves far more of my attention than a game I have picked up with a couple of friends. Josh, I got a little trailer just to play. Steph, I thought you'd appreciate just revisiting some wonderful narrated trailer action. You'd be so kind, Josh.
Wait, you've narrated this?
No, but let's relax, shall we?
Okay.
From the creators.
Oh no. Oh no, what have you done?
What is it about your hobby that keeps you coming all the way out here? Is it the freedom?
Yes.
Wandering in
animals are you
search of
killing?
that perfect spot.
It's fishing. I mean,
You've
fish are
made
people
your own
too.
path through these hills.
Fish aren't people.
These guys
Tasted
make
the fresh
So
water
I
of
saw a
our
video of a
lakes,
fish that comes up to
our
someone and it wants a head scratch, and the person
Been
scratches it on the
water
head
with
and it
friends
nuzzles
at
into the person's
sunrise.
hand.
Don't tell me that before I play this.
Long past sunset.
These guys make amazing
just keep
trailers
coming back.
set in beautiful worlds that are very well crafted in amazing engines for the most monotonous, lame activities that I just freaking love. This is from the developers that did Call of the Wild, the Hunter one that I've shown these guys that I really enjoy hunting games. And I don't, look at that fish, it wants a head scratch.
That's a nice brim. I got a brim that big once. Got left in a freezer.
That's every
Devastating.
Tinder man's profile.
I was just about to say that just instantly reminds me of those collages of dudes on Tinder holding fish.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god.
they
Want to see this thing I killed?
So they've created it's called The Angler, and it's I don't want to say it's a spin-off, but it feels like it's very much in, it's what they do best. It's these huge open worlds that are very much like left to your own devices. And I've started playing this. It hit Game Pass recently.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for the console release. It's been on PC for quite a while, but as I mentioned
Been
before on
waiting
this,
for the console.
I and my two mates who we all play.
hotly anticipated the angler.
Can't wait to fish.
It never really got a release date. It was just one of these things that kept floating, being like, console release coming soon, coming soon. And my friends and I are like, when are we going to get to play? It's because, like the hunting games, it is open world.
It's a fast reel.
Yeah, so the first fish you get in the tutorial is not very impressive. But I've been waiting to play this because it has online... what would you just shared single player online where you all just get to be in that
Oh,
space.
like shared world.
We
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
with the last Call of the Wild game you played, which
Yes.
was the crockett. Your mate got
We were
taken
in
out by a
Australia,
craft,
and basically there was an expansion that you
Yeah.
got to do hunting in Australia. I don't condone cruelty to animals or killing them unnecessarily, but in a virtual space, it's fine if they're virtual. And so you can play this online, and the online's kind of janky, which is what makes it perfect, because you can just carry on with your goals of trying to upgrade your rods.
Yeah, it's not a
or-
bug, it's a feature.
Exactly. But the way other characters can get in amongst the world, can steer the boat that you're in, hop in a jeep, let's go find a better fishing spot. It's kind of perfect in that sense. So I was really excited to check this out. I haven't been able to play as much as I've wanted to.
So
It has streamlined a lot of the crap that the previous games struggled with the UI and menus, because there's so many little options to like tweak your rods and your bait and your fishing lines. And so there's a lot of intricacy there. My main problem from the early outset of this game is that, from what I can tell, there doesn't appear to be any underwater cameras focus. The unfairness
so you
of
can
the...
really see the fish hook going in.
Oh, you want to get it right up in the brain. No, the point is that, like, fishing on the surface is something we do in real life. And it's, I would argue, pretty boring. Like, fishing is a fun activity, but the art of knowing what's down there and if there's bait going for your hook is something that video games were able to tackle because, a little fishing joke, because
my God.
Nice.
the camera goes under and you see the fish and you can, like, you can jig your lure and you can try and catch the fish, get their attention. And so it makes it far more interesting than real fishing. This game, however, doesn't have that. So it really is just about throwing your line in and going, well, I'm just going to wait for a bite.
Fishing belongs as a mini game in like a broader, complex RPG. It does not
like a mini
merit.
activity, you mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
it does not merit its own specific
I don't know.
experience.
I
Well,
appreciate
the
that.
developers thought otherwise.
These devs go hard, and I mean, I'm sure there are people out there.
Games go hard.
They do. The map is massive, and it's one of two.
I've
and
never
they
met
are
anyone so
huge.
passionate about a fishing game in my life.
Look, and I haven't even played.
Gus Ronald, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
I've only played the tutorial and I'm so into it. But basically, I got to give them respect for the amount of detail they put into it, the size of the world, the fact that they're like, oh, you've got to get in a Jeep and drive around and find rivers that you're like, I reckon there's good fish in there. Like, it is down to the...
Yeah, that's sick.
It's down to the level of not just being like, look around a mini map, use the right bait. Like, there's some... Sega Fishing was a game back in the day that was super arcadey, that was all about keeping your lines tension right and good fish, catch on, all that kind of stuff.
Perfect.
This is literally just like, we're going to pull over
Fantastic.
here and my mate's going to wander out in waders and go, I think something's jumping over there. What do you reckon we should use? Let's all use like fly fishing lures. Go out there. Nothing's happening.
Can you just imagine
Nothing's
just the call
happening.
of silence? Oh, did you get anything? No.
Yeah.
That's literally what we did.
Here-
And it was amazing.
Hear a can crack.
We literally stood there being like, I don't know if we've got the right bait for out here. We're just like, I was like, this is so real. It's not funny.
I will say that I like the nature in all of these games always looks
Beautiful.
beautiful. My great sadness is when you showed us that Australia DLC. I'm like, I have never seen Australian landscape represented.
Like accurately?
Yeah,
It got the colours right, it got the lighting
perfect.
right.
It was gorgeous. But then it's like the whole game, it's like you're lining up
Go and
headshots on
shoot up
kangaroos and
roos,
shit.
yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, far more,
Landscape, yeah.
far more passive here, but again, arguably a little less interesting from the moment-to-moment gameplay. So I think it's actually less about how exciting catching the fish is and more about finding fun, derpy moments with my mates, which
It's the
already
friends
is
you
what
make
we've
along
done.
the way.
Yeah.
That I brought along with me. And literally, we've been like driving a boat and my mate's on the Jeep on the land, decides to steer it
There it
into
is.
the
I
water.
can hear it.
And we've been sending each other clips, or they've been sending
Got any
each other
bites,
clips.
mate?
Nah.
Would you say you enjoy this game because it provides a vehicle for you as like straight men to share their feelings in scenarios
Straight
where
men
society
sharing
wouldn't
their
normally
I know where you're going.
encourage you to
But my friends and I
speak
are
freely?
very open. We'll just happily have phone calls and talk about that stuff all the time. So yes, but also we don't need this for that. It's just nice that we all enjoy this as a experience to kind of just be like, let's play a game together and not have to like yell at each other about strats and tactics and like let
just
the game
relax.
distract us. This is just like the game comes second nature to the hanging out, and this is a perfect one for it.
Nice.
So
Can you
yeah.
imagine just like a father-son hanging out? All right, son. Can't go fishing, but we're going to go fishing in a game together.
My father lives in Melbourne and I live in Sydney, so Nat, I might have to do that here, okay, out of necessity.
There's something like fishing is such an interesting sport. Is it a sport? I guess it's a sport.
Even I'd call
It's a
that-
pastime.
Look at
In
that
it-
little thing. That's
It's so
actually
cute.
that's quite big. The first one you catch is barely the size of your finger, and they hold it up, and it's like, what the hell is that?
Amazing.
I'd show you on my phone, but you took my phone.
I did take your phone.
And confirm we also
Sorry,
have
you're saying fishing is
there is something nice about it, and particularly in like the modern age. The thing that I like about fishing that this would not do for me is it's about disconnecting from technology. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out for 3-4 hours. I don't care if I catch anything. That's not the point. The point is I'm gonna stink like bait fish afterwards, and I'm gonna
slightly drunk.
yeah, I'm gonna have a few tinnies,
Sink a few tinnies.
and I'm gonna come back and I spent some time fishing, and this is just a video game.
To be fair, the
Yeah.
guys that I've been playing this with are two of my close friends who I've been fishing with numerous occasions in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And we do really love fishing together. And it's like a pastime we can see each other doing as a reason to connect in the future. So when this came along,
This
and we
took you back there.
Well, we play games with each other anyway, and we're like,
Yeah.
well, one's in Canberra, one's in Melbourne, I'm in Sydney. So we're like, this is a great way to do it.
Yeah, nice.
And I will say, the boringness of playing the single player here, the difference between what you're watching right now of going, I got a fish, great, versus watching your friend on the other side of the lake go, they got it? You're like, son of a... Okay. Like, there's a
nice.
great competition
Okay.
to it, which is just like, we're not actually trying to beat each other on a high score, but watching them catch it, even though you're angry, is like, all right, we're in the right spot. Oh, what bait are you using? It's
Yeah.
like bloodworm. I didn't put
I didn't put
bloodworm.
bloodworms. Can you throw me some bloodworms?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on Game
amazing.
Pass as well. So
Yeah.
I reckon if
Yeah, if it's
you
on
and your
Game
friends
Pass,
do it,
it's a W.
if you and your friends have
a
like a
W.
Friday night and you're like, what should we play? Boot this up and run around and
You take 'em where you can
be
get 'em.
super derpy. It's
Game
super fun.
Pass? Because the
Yes.
last one was Game Pass. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just like if you got Game Pass,
But a year after PC released, jeez,
You
the
can
weight was
cast the
killing me,
line.
Burns.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's good fun.
That's very funny.
The Angler.
That's very
there you
funny.
go. So a few of us playing Starfield. Your brother's about to start. You did play Uncharted 4.
Yep.
And that was Call of the Wild, the Angler.
You can call me just Angus, it's fine.
Those are the games we've been playing recently. We're going to go on ad break. We've got more show coming up after that.
Is your thumb chafed? Calloused? Does it hurt when you headshot the wizard from the moon? You've probably got Destiny Thumb, a condition that affects 1 out of every 1 Destiny players. Lucky there's Avexia. Just apply Avexia thrice daily to the affected area. Side effects of Avexia may include heart murmurs, heart whispers, heart shrieking, jam tongue, deep vein thrombosis, shallow vein thrombosis, elephantitis, giraffe neck, Truman Show syndrome, me, myself and Irene-itis, the quakes, the shakes, the shake and bake, the bacon snake, the snake and rake, foodborne illnesses including breech banana and chicken Caesarean salad, bulging vein, bungee mane, imposter syndrome, composter syndrome, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, beaver fever, rat bite fever and Saturday night fever, facial blindness, severe facial remembrance, alien hand syndrome, mermaid foot, and in some rare cases, Destiny Thumb. Do not take Avexia if you are also taking medication for Fortnite fungus or Dota Dick.
From Software pulled their armored core fighting robots out of the rubble, and the denizens of the online gaming world have taken it upon themselves to paint these mechs up in a smattering of meme styles. First up is the McMech, or the Big Mech of sorts. Thousands of broken soft-serve machines have finally risen up after years of not being fixed by their creators. 7 out of 10. Next up, the Driving Crooner Mech. This one has the potential to make lots of money. The problem is, you have to be right next to me to make it work. 4 out of 10. Next up, Bender Bending Rodriguez. This expression is just a little bit, I am Bender, please insert girder. 6 out of 10. Here's the realistic Mr. Krabs mech, which is arguably just as, if not more terrifying than the Mr. Krabs picture it's based on. 5 out of 10. We have the biblically accurate Kirby Planet Robobot mech. A mech like this could make him a god if he isn't one already. 9 out of 10. And finally, a classic console updated with technology like the Rumble Pack and multiple deadly weapons. It's the Nintendo 64 mech. Don't blow on this one. 10 out of 10. The only mech that could defeat it, the next generation, of course. 100 out of 10.
Hey everyone, Jepp here. I'm in Salamanca Place in Hobart, Tasmania, and I want to show you something at the back of Salamanca Square that happens every Wednesday. It's right through this door. I'll show you. Come with me. Just through here.
welcome back over here to everyone, to Back Pockets. Thank you for waiting a little bit longer and getting to hear that whole song finally. That's quite nice.
We only have one bathroom
that.
and everyone had to pee.
Everyone has to use it at once. But welcome back.
And no one agreed to a sword fight.
That's really on the MVP. D's down by 17 at the moment, guys. So it's a bit of a worry, but I think we're going to make it back in the second half. So fingers crossed, calm the D's. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We had an ad break there with words from MaxJazzGames and, of course, a new one there from Jepp.
Oh, I love that so much. That was so good, Jepp.
Halo Wednesdays. If you're on the Discord, come and join us Wednesday nights. I wasn't there last night. I let the team down, but everyone else was there. Get on the action. It's on Game Pass and it's on Steam for free as well. Multiplayer Halo.
ItsJepp, that video started in such a way that was so unnerving. I thought it was going to be some weird horror thing, and then it was your beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
Salamanca Pier down in Tassie, which is like...
Nah.
Never heard that.
It's such a beautiful area of Tassie, of Hobart. That whole pier area down there is stunning. And then I'm like,
That
look at
corridor,
this
so
back
beautiful,
alley.
yeah.
I was like, gross. But wonderful work. Thank you for sending those in. We also had ads from Avexia. Make sure to get your Avexia cream now before it sells out. And we had a little bit of the socials there as well. Ben's doing good work. And go check him out. Socials, backpocket.gg. Go check us out on the TikToks, on the Instagrams, on all of those ones as well. It's plural, TikToks. That's how it's rated. All right, let's move on with the show. And the next segment.
If you say the TikToks, it just like we're trying to
trying to be cool.
Look at the
here.
Look
we're
at the
trying to be cool, man.
We're so cool and young. All right, let's move on with the next segment. Very good gameplay. It was a joke about looking old.
I don't get it.
And
Yeah, neither.
Too cerebral.
Solid burn. Very good gameplay is brought to us by MiddleCee.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
I love it. I love
Very
it.
good.
A classic.
It's getting funnier.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, I don't get it. And now I love it.
But it's saying it's getting
More.
ready to pair. So that's
It's
when
ready to pair, yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
Wait, what's it saying again?
It's like preparing itself.
the Bluetooth device is...
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Do you know what it sounds
Let's
like?
go fishing.
It sounds like one of those things that like pronounces words for you on Google.
Like
where
Google
it's
Translate?
Google Translate.
Yeah.
Google
Text to
device
speech.
is
Yeah.
connected.
It
Yeah.
just pronounced MiddleCee.
We have an
MiddleCee.
amazing one on our television. When you accidentally hit the button that's like, there's a microphone in the remote.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
accidentally
yeah.
hit the button that
The-
goes, say the thing that you want to say. And
the AI Australian accent is
That's
probably
terrible.
is the
Yeah.
worst.
You should
It's
whip
not
it out
good.
during an argument.
Say that when you want to. The
Very
thing that you.
nasally.
yeah.
It sounds like in the middle of an argument where you're like, just tell me to press the button. Say the thing that you really want.
Yeah, what do you want?
Thank you for supporting and presenting the segment MiddleCee. As we do every week that we have a segment sponsored by MiddleCee, we read out lyrics from a song, the middle of the song often, and hopefully it's in the key of C. I will then ask you guys to try and jump in and identify the song. And I've thought a little harder about it this week than I did last week, but I'll see how I go. You may get this. You didn't have much faith in this, Nat, when I told you how this game works.
None.
Have
No
you
faith.
heard a song? I know you've not played a game.
Yeah,
But have you heard a song?
I don't listen to many mainstream songs.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds
Yeah.
like you listen to cool
Yeah.
indie stuff.
This too,
No,
like,
I don't know. It's like
EDM.
yeah.
I
I
knew
used to
it.
listen to a lot of hard style, and then I moved back to like
Well, I happen to have picked a hard style song right
Yeah.
here.
oh maybe.
No, I have not.
What are the lyrics?
Here are
to
the
this
lyrics.
song?
Have a go. Chime in when you get it.
Wah,
The
wah.
lyrics are, and she'll
Yep.
always,
Are you
Get the-
talking now? Is that
Yeah,
the lyrics?
this is the
Oh,
lyrics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
alright.
she'll always get the best of me. The worst yet to come.
I know what it is.
You suck at this game because you're so good at it. All the misses.
Because you read it in the
I'm
like
trying to
staccato-
I know, I can tell that you're
the
trying
staccato
to
of the song.
change
Fine,
it.
and she'll always get the best of me. The worst is yet to come. All the
Perfect.
misery was necessary when we're deep in love. This I know. Girl, I know.
That's great.
What is that
That's nothing
dialogue?
like the song. That's perfect.
It's like an in-game
I
dialogue.
broke Steph.
Look.
That's not fair. Peter ruined it. Peter ruined it, everyone.
I didn't ruin it.
Peter
I'm
ruined
not
it.
gonna
You
lie.
just said it like you sounded like the
Next
weekend. You sounded
What song?
just
But
like
I
the
still don't know
weekend.
what's.
We love
Oh,
the
the weekend.
We love
Yeah,
the weekend.
can't feel
She
my
said
face.
it.
Bro, this is terrible. I love the weekend. And
Yeah.
I was like,
What's the
what
song
is-
called?
I don't know.
No, close. It's I Can't.
No.
I can't feel
My
my
face.
face.
When I'm with you.
Yeah, can't feel my face.
I can feel my. Yeah,
Isn't
okay.
it feel my face when I'm with you or without you?
I can't
With
feel my
you.
face when
That'd be
I'm
weird.
with
Like
you.
I can't feel my face without you.
It's-
So it's
it's-
like,
I-
Are
are they
with
here?
you? No,
I
think it's with
believe
you.
it's a reference to cocaine.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Okay.
Why
Yeah.
Charlie? Okay. Reads his head again.
Wow.
Why Charlie?
I feel like once you look into some song lyrics,
That's
you're
what
like,
old people
oh.
call it.
You are
yeah,
old.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, MiddleCee, for sponsoring this non-drug informed segment. Very good gameplay this week.
Synonyms is, I think it's
I
an
have
A
one
minor.
song stuck in my head. It's not helping.
It probably is.
He's
It
always
turned
good.
up on it and I was like, I think it's someone's Spotify list of songs in C. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a loose tangent if I've ever used one. Very good gameplay this week. It's going to be a little bit different. We know that, Nat, a lot of the games you like to play are spooky games.
I
Like
don't.
is the wrong
I actually don't enjoy any horror
Okay,
games.
let me rephrase. We know a lot of the games you're made to play are spooky games.
Yes.
Bullied by the rats.
Well,
Yeah.
prepare to be bullied by us because we
Okay,
thought
cool.
we could try.
I thought I found friends, guys, but you know.
No.
Oh wow.
No.
I just
This
looked
is meant to be torture.
I just looked over to the green screen section which you can't see right now, but
And you never will because we key out the green.
where we've set up the horror section, and Scardy is just asleep
there is a
like
dog
this at the moment.
asleep. I'll
It's
lift her
very
up.
cute.
Hang on.
Oh yeah. Lift her
Segments
up,
off the
lift her up.
rails before it begins, which is an appropriate thing to say because what we're going to do is check out an on-rails game, and we're also going to test our level of fear as we do it. Prepare to get the cuteness out of your system because after this it's going to get spooky, scary, and all things
She's so
intense.
sleepy.
But for now, cute dog, everyone.
She's like, what's
Get
going
your fill
on?
of cute dog, and then channel that when things get evil and spooky. You're really ruining this. This was meant to be a scary segment, guys. Now what we've decided to do is check out a game that's been out for a while called Switchback VR, which is a on-rails shooter that is played in VR. But what I thought would be fun is to strap a heart monitor, or in this case, an Apple Watch, not sponsored, to each of us as we play. And we found a way to actually get our heart rate up on screen as we play it. So the idea is we're all going to sit in and play a little bit of this game, which is a very sort of like windy roller coaster that has things jump out and scream at you, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And we're going to see who can keep their heart rate the lowest while we do it.
Is that the watch you ordered on Uber Eats?
It's the watch I ordered on Uber Eats because I broke my watch. And it turns out to be the easiest way to do heart rate monitoring. If it is still working, Josh.
Yeah, they deliver like products from JB Hi-Fi and stuff now.
Yeah.
I thought they did only groceries.
They
watches. They do watches now.
Josh, is that still working?
This segment's not sponsored, by the way, because this read is
Oh.
I'm going to head over there first. I'm going to set it up and just show you guys
okay.
what we're thinking for the segment. I'll play a little bit of it, and then Nat, I'm going to get you over to jump in and see if you can have a.
I'm so
calmer-
excited. Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
I've been looking forward to this, actually.
Scardy having a terrible time there. Look at her.
Amazing, guys.
Yeah, emotional support dog.
Observe.
Yeah, you can.
Headset on.
What's wrong? He's alright.
Yes?
So I guess what? Yeah, sorry.
Headset on.
Okay, I get it.
Earbud. Tighten.
Okay, you lost me at the first step. Can you redo that again?
We'll
Can you
have
put the
an
headset back on?
assist. We'll have an assistant
Can you
adjust.
put the headset back on for us?
Headset on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't get
Twist
it.
the knob.
Where's the knob? At
Can
the back
you-
of the head?
There's
Yeah,
one
you
sitting
need to
right
be
here.
specific. I'm
Terms-
getting lost in the instructions.
Terms of service. Keep the knob
Earbuds
in.
out.
Yeah.
Earbuds in.
Yep.
Lovely.
This is not sponsored, guys. This is not sponsored.
It's not someone's
Now he can't see. He needs to pick up the controllers.
Oh, earbud fell out. This is where it all starts to fall apart.
Seamless. It's really that
Very,
easy.
very seamless.
It really is that
simple.
easy.
Back in.
Yeah.
So
Make sure it's nice and
easy.
waxy.
Mhm. I'm sorry, it comes with wax too?
Yep. I'll.
I'm so glad.
There we go. Okay. I can't hear you guys. Can you hear me?
No.
He didn't think that
She's
through.
right.
He didn't think that through.
Josh.
Yeah.
Heart rate?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, you've got one. You're alive, technically.
Can we see the game?
Not yet. Now we can. And we can see your heart rate.
Oh,
88 beats per millennium.
Okay. I've started the game, got us past the tutorial. You got a gun?
Yep.
Switchback.
Nice.
In either hand. It's
Huge.
fire with the triggers.
Okay, I can do that.
And it's reload with just the, I think all the face buttons reload.
He's giving me a tutorial,
Awesome.
but I feel like I'm going to not remember any of this.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just going to be screaming.
I'm
when
going
it
to hit
happens.
continue and we're all going to play off the same ride. Put my earbuds in. It's going to get really loud. And I'm going to try
You're not
and
going to
keep
make
my
me
heart rate
deaf,
down.
right? It's not like
It's
blasting.
not. No, it's
Okay.
not that loud.
As long as it's not, I'm going deaf.
Now Gus is he's a bit of a scaredy boy. He
He
squeals.
looks a little bit too eager to actually get into this game.
I know. He squeals from time to
Oh
time.
my god! One of the first missions in Starfield, a thing jumps out of a box, and I screamed louder than I have in any game in ages. What
What was it that jumped out?
It was just like a little
Alright.
wormy thing.
Oh,
I'm in.
It was meant to be a
so-
surprise moment, but it was
Here we
like
go.
I
you're
was
gonna
like,
have the highest heart rate.
Bonus
then.
points for
Potentially.
hitting things with yellow things on them.
Okay.
Okay, I heard yellow.
Shoot the yellow.
what are the numbers? Is that a high score?
Don't
Is
have
that a
heaps of yellow on
modifier?
it.
Well, you can move your head to avoid things jumping out at you. Like that. Like
This
that.
looks fun. I love roller coasters.
It's kind of, and it gets to scary bits.
Okay.
Don't you
already.
love in these when there's always like there's a like minecart goes through a section and then you see a fallen sign that is like closed danger.
Oh yeah,
You're like,
and then it switches at the last second or something.
they
Why
didn't
did I
see the sign.
I hope they have a bucket handy. Violet Wind, what do you know that we don't?
What is that? I can't see.
Is that real?
Oh my god, it's chat.
Ew! Ew! What is that?
Oh my god, it's the mods now.
Get him.
All right.
Get him.
It's actually going down.
You're dying.
It's got plot armor, it's okay.
my
Your heart rate
gosh.
is stable.
Oh no! Oh, there's too many arms. Too many arms.
Maybe you're releasing. Maybe
Yeah,
you're
just hit
releasing
him.
some
Just
heart
hit him
rate
with the guns.
by screaming so loudly.
What?
You're doing great.
Is it still? Hang on. Let me check my watch.
Oh yeah. There it is. There's
got
the
a little
jump.
It's just
102?
there's just
Yeah.
it's a delay.
That was the jump.
There is a bit
Yeah.
of a delay. It's not one
Can
to
you
one
reload
at
the
the moment,
guns?
but what?
Reload.
Yeah, reload.
I want to go that way. Well,
You're going
Fantastic.
left. You're going
so
left.
when you get defense, move your head out of the
Whether
way.
you want to or not, it's going
Otherwise,
left.
you'll go.
Oh, you can hit your head.
Dude, you took some damage.
Yeah, that was a massive hit.
Tables aren't scary. Ish.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like these
I
creatures.
don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Like, I'm getting the glare from the light up here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is he shooting?
He's shooting
Zombies?
multi-headed,
Weird
multi-armed
skeleton
zombie
men.
dudes.
Oh, skeleton.
Well,
It's
this
probably
is all
best that you don't
themed
see
off.
them, 'cause then
This
it'll
is all
just scare
themed
you a
off
little bit
Man of
more,
Oh,
Medan.
yeah. I'm just thinking,
Oh,
like,
man.
You don't want to spoil it for
Some
yourself.
eyeballs, and that's
You don't want
it.
to spoil the joy for yourself.
True, of course.
Yeah.
Chat definitely doesn't want. Yeah.
Shoot the yellow thing, Gus.
Now that. So these are actually the trippiest bits.
Oh yeah.
It's
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna spew.
I remember.
That's what Violet Wind was talking
it's quite
about.
fun. Put your hands in there. It's more fun.
Yeah. I remember going to like Sega
Oh my
World
God.
when I was a kid, and they had one of these like where you had like a big cinema screen with a POV roller coaster ride
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
chair that moved, and it felt so real,
No, no,
man.
no,
I
no.
hate it when the chairs move as well.
Oh, it's
no.
sick.
Fuck off.
Yeah, smash him. Ew. I don't like those arms. They're skinny and weird.
Gross. Ew. All right. Your heart rate is still quite stable, mate.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're
I
doing
know.
well.
99.
99.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this is all themed off the different quest. There's that guy.
Who's that guy?
The Dark Pictures guy.
Dark
Oh,
Pictures
the
guy,
Dark
yeah.
Pictures guy.
So this is themed off Man of Medan, which is the first one of those recent
Oh,
ones.
that was the most buggiest game I've ever played. Holy crap.
Is it a plane?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you play Man of Medan? It was like set military
On a boat.
40s, or was it later?
Was it who was in it? Was that the one with the High School Musical girl?
No, she was in that one. She was in House of Ashes.
Yeah.
That was the one where
had,
Bajo cut the road.
I think it had Iceman from X-Men.
Oh, Iceman? No, Iceman's twin.
Oh, I gotta turn it off.
There's Aaron and Sean Ashmore.
Yeah. You know, Iceman has a twin,
Sorry.
identical twin.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
So sometimes when you see him in movies, it's not actually him, it's his brother.
Oh,
True
Yeah.
story.
wow. Okay.
It's crazy. There's two of them.
I'm not too sure if it was him or his brother then for the game.
That's a good question.
One of them.
I feel like it might have been
I
him.
think it was Aaron.
I think.
Yeah. Who
It
was
really
Iceman?
looked like
No,
him.
Sean is the
No,
main
Sean.
one.
Yeah, sorry, Sean. Yeah,
was
and
Sean, it
Aaron
was
was
Sean.
in
Guys,
the
I did
Remedy
a
game.
puzzle.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
You're doing good.
You're doing great. Fantastic. Keep shooting at it. Yay.
Oh,
That's
just put me in the
caught
fire.
on so quickly.
What is the object of the puzzle?
Shooting
I don't know what I just
He's
did
literally,
there.
it looks like he's
solved
shooting
it.
at fire.
Yeah, I think he brute forced it.
Oh, this is not scary at all.
When a
This is
problem
just-
comes along, you must shoot it. Nice work.
The yellow
guy.
ones.
Wait.
Now he's just showing off.
Imagine getting stuck on
What?
this puzzle.
1, 2, 3.
There's got to be more.
Is there a sequence?
Look. Yeah, maybe. No.
You did it.
Well
You know
done.
what?
Maybe.
Trial and error.
All right. Well, I'll get to the end of this little bit, and then we'll do a little switch.
It'll get more complicated as you progress, probably.
Look, he's actually
Who
calmed
the
down
fuck
from
was
taking
that?
out the fire.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was that?
Oh no! Oh, gross! Oh, that's fucked.
What was
That
I
is fucked.
looking at?
It was on the. They're on the ceiling.
Granny's on the roof. Granny's on the roof.
Oh my god, it's the rats!
Kill them
They
all.
learned how to climb on the ceiling!
This is for making me play the game on hard.
Aaron Ashmore's and Killjoy's Warehouse 13, Netflix's Lock and Key, and Smallville. Yeah, Lock and Key.
There you go.
It does allow you to do a thing in horror games where you're usually like creeping with a rock or a stick. In this, you can just play Tarantino style and just be like,
Yeah.
"Get the hell out of the way, man."
It's
no,
pretty.
you won't
It's pretty cool. That's
Nice
kind of
bonuses.
that's how you want to be able to play these games.
If you see a red barrel like this, hit it and you'll get a different gun.
Oh.
And these are the magazines that you have per one. So I've got 4 magazines. And it just turns into a like crazy ass shooter. Hello. I just hit something in real life.
Yeah, you did actually.
It's like Time Crisis.
You get to do that once! Damn it, Nat! That wasn't that right. No!
Excuse me.
Okay.
Can I please jump on you?
Oh
Get off the
no!
ride!
Man, they were getting really touchy, man.
Oh, you're at ammo? Oh, nice.
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it!
They're like, hey man, can I get in the barrel with you?
Sailors!
Oh no!
I just want to get in the barrel with you, my guy.
Yeah, maybe they just want out.
That was
You know,
just
they just
friendly.
want to
Yeah.
ride out of
Yeah.
there.
I don't want
Hey
to
man,
walk
do
all
you know
that
the
way.
exit?
Can't I join you?
I've been here for 20 years.
What's the checkpoint system like? If you die, what happens?
Not sure. Haven't died yet, but
never
I
died.
never
I
died.
will never
but
die.
feel like
You're still
all
up at
these
100.
bonus things.
You've been warm for the back half of this.
All right, this looks like it's moving somewhere else. So
You're going up. Maybe you're gonna get out.
I'm only up now.
There it is. And fall.
rats!
Oh my god, Chuck, get out of the game. Actually, you freaking
There
rat.
they are.
Get out of here.
Oh my
Get out of here, rats!
They're stuck in the basement. Haven't let them out yet.
Oh man, that makes me itchy.
What does? The rats?
Yeah.
All
All right, I feel like I'm at the end of this section, which will
You
hopefully.
keep saying that. But then.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you dropped your guns.
Oh, shit.
Where we're going, we don't need guns. Dun, dun, dun.
Imagine
Coffins.
imagine just dropping your
Don't
gun.
open, don't open, don't open, don't.
Rats?
Oh no, never mind.
Is this getting a bit like surrealist and like psychological?
Yeah.
Is this? Is...
Oh my god! Is that...
the guns just
Oh, they came back. They came back again.
Oh shit!
It does feel very amusement parky, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It just needs the guy in the gorilla suit to just jump onto the back of your cart. It happened. It was you. You did that.
Oh yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
did
Jump
it.
Got
in,
me a
yeah.
box,
did it.
right?
I grabbed him.
Oh shit! All right, hang on.
Hang on, just let me kill these people. Don't worry, guys. You'll be safe
So
with me.
cool.
Gotta be.
Oh,
I don't die. Rats!
look. What is the rat?
Oh, they're swarming. They're swarming
Oh
hard.
my
Wow,
goodness.
guys.
Oh, awful.
They're really trying to make. They're like, you want to play on easy mode? Not now, watch.
That's
What?
it. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
dude.
This is pretty great.
Yeah, pretty great, yeah. Oh my god.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Oh, I hate the way they're
Jesus.
just hanging there.
Alright, I feel like I'm close to.
Look, we reached the 101 heart rate.
Yeah.
Is that 101
Well
the
done.
max?
Can you max
Okay.
out?
Yeah,
Can I
you
what?
max out? Yeah. eh?
What's heart attack?
All right. Because this just keeps going, right? So this is
think
like
so.
you go into a different stage.
Yeah, I believe so.
It felt like when they took
Yeah.
your guns away, that was like a checkpointy moment.
There was definitely 102.
102?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chad just said there was a 102. There was a 102.
Now, do you want to...
No, you should go next.
No, hop on
Test
in.
your,
Come on.
Come on.
Test your
But
hand?
you guys are all doing it, right?
Yeah.
No, but you love horror games.
Yeah, but
I'll go third.
The one thing I love more than horror games is watching you play horror
I'll go
games.
third.
If you go now, there'll be less sweat on it.
That's true.
Because I'm going to sweat like mad.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
You want to go now? Trust me.
You go last.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone's sweat.
Okay. I was like, yeah, that's pretty convincing. I don't want to
I
get
do
any
hate sweat.
Alright. First thing, you're not wearing a watch, are you? You pop that on.
Scotty, up. Come on. Oh, you can get in there.
You're all good. It's her wrist, Peter.
It sure does. It does not fit mine.
Logistics. Where did that dog go?
The dog's here.
Come here, Scotty. What a good girl. Come here, come on.
Hop on in.
Girl. Scotty's
Take a seat. Alright.
Get that mic out of her face. Let the people see what they want to
On the
see.
back and stretch it over the back of your head.
Scotty.
So press
Good
that button.
girl. Press the
Yep.
button.
Stretch it out.
Like a small treat.
Put it on. Get it comfy.
Sit.
Then tighten.
Scotty, go on.
Come here. Come
The
on,
skid.
here.
So,
Oh,
yep.
she's so excited about
I
the
just
treat.
wanna-
You sit
'cause
there,
I
you
always
wait.
get,
You
like-
sit there, I'll get you
It's
one.
always blurry
Scotty,
every
hey,
time I put it on.
hey,
Oh, really?
sit,
Yeah.
Scotty, sit and wait.
It's okay now.
Wait there.
It's okay
I
now?
think could you tighten it a bit?
Oi, Scotty,
Yeah,
wait.
that's good.
Okay. Put your hands out in front next to your head. I'll give you
Wait.
the earbuds. So
Sit down.
Back, a little,
Oh,
back the other one as well.
Yeah.
Up,
Is it
one
just
there.
connected here?
Yeah, and just pop them in your
Naughty
ears.
girl.
Chad, I hate you. I absolutely hate you guys for doing
Your
horror.
heart rate's 116.
Is it actually?
Apparently.
How do I see 116?
No, you
Sorry,
can't. We
it's
can.
gonna fall off.
Scotty,
No, it shouldn't.
wait.
All right, put your hands out in front
No,
of you.
is this like the in-ear ones? No, it's not.
Yeah, push them in.
Oh, they're falling off.
All right. First one is I'll give you that in there like that. Second one is
How do I reload
Good
again?
job.
any of the
Just gonna
buttons
help
on
my
your
leg.
thumbs.
Where-
Reload under your thumbs, those ones. Yeah, and if you aim up at the continue and just pull the trigger to shoot.
Resume?
Yeah.
She really goes for it. She really goes.
TOS, Scotty!
Yeah, Scotty, terms of service.
What's
Haven't you
going on?
signed that agreement?
Hey guys, we've left her in it.
Okay.
Is it working, Josh?
Hang on.
Nat's away.
Yeah, it's
Nat's
working.
away. Let's do it. Scotty, come
Yeah?
here. Come
Yeah.
here. Yep, go
Okay.
for it.
How do I reload again?
The
Buttons.
Thumbs. Okay. How do I shoot again?
Press the
not
press the PlayStation button.
She
Gus.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
she doesn't know how
Can
to
you go-
express
can I grab your
herself
hand? Just
apart
here?
from
No, you're
humping.
okay.
Falling off.
That's just
Yeah?
what she does.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's energetic.
That's just how she. That's how
Alright,
she
now
expresses
she
her
can-
enthusiasm.
Oh my god! Shit! Oh, this more messy than I thought. Hey man.
Is she starting at 105? What the fuck?
Yo!
115?
Yo!
What the fuck?
I'm gonna hit the table, man.
Gotta move that chair across.
Look, guys. Can someone oh shit, man. Can someone oh no! Ah!
Nothing's happening.
Move your chair.
Oh fuck! Yo, that man's dying, man. He's not gonna survive. I'm not saving him. Should I be saving him?
Shoot stuff.
I'm trying. Oh yeah, that's auto. Oh god.
What are the? Do you
Look,
shoot the
it's
yellow
fine,
things?
It's fine. It's fine. We're
What's
going
that guy-
to be
what's that- is that
okay,
guy on
guys. We're going to be okay. No worry. Look, we should have
117.
good posture in games.
117.
Guys, we should have good
She
posture.
started
Guys, why is this worse than your level, bro? What?
Baseline 117.
Yo,
Shaking so much.
All right, so these are kind of like the way it stitches the story together is by like meeting characters from a bunch of the
man.
Dark Pictures games, but on a
Nice.
train, and it's like
That was
Then
such
you-
good gameplay.
you flash into a roller coaster that's based around each of the games.
I've heard
Um,
nothing of what you just said.
That's all right. You'll be fine.
Okay.
You're gonna live.
He's giving us lore.
Oh, okay.
Do you want lore?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't really. Why am I here, man?
Posture.
Sit up straight.
Posture?
Yeah.
You slide so quickly.
Why is it darker than your one, bro?
My biggest fear: slouches.
My guy, you better not move. Oh, how do I move? Ah! Oh my god! Oh, I hate
What's
this
the
game.
score?
Look, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
scared
It's
of the
fine.
score.
Oh my god!
Just sit up, hold your guns
Why?
up, be proud,
Confident,
be
confident.
confident, be
Confidence.
assertive.
You got this.
Yeah,
That's it. Reload. Stop shivering.
I can't aim on my. Oh god! How do I reload again?
I can't aim with my left
Why
hand
is he
either.
flying?
It's a lot to ask of
Look,
a person.
man.
You gotta do these ones. You're John.
I don't want to be. Ah! Fuck! Look, man. I don't want to be here. You don't want me here.
Did you get a safe word?
I can't. Oh shit! I can't swim. Look, guys.
Your heart rate's gone down, so things are getting
it's
better.
alright, it's alright,
You're in
it's alright.
control here.
Look, honestly, seeing people really made me feel better.
Oh my god.
Like haunted
Jesus.
mannequins.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's had nothing to shoot at yet. I'm really
Today's a
worried
good
when she's
day.
going to.
Chad says they love you. If hopefully that makes you feel better.
No, chat. No, it doesn't. Oh
Your
man,
love
like,
won't
when I
save
get really
me.
nervous, I start singing, and I hate it.
112.
Keep quiet.
Maybe can it monitor?
Is it recording?
Hey guys, I think we gotta keep quiet.
Or is it just like...
Yo, Scotty! Scotty.
What are they? Are they giant rats?
I think they're barky dogs.
Yo.
Oh, they're just puppies. Just
We're at
puppies.
RSPCA.
Just friendly dogs.
Just pick one to take home.
96.
I'd like to take many.
Heart rate's coming
Pick-
right down now. You're doing
Yeah.
great.
You are calm.
I don't like. Oh my god, gee. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I knew that would happen.
I can't wait
Okay,
to see
there's
that
dogs.
spike.
I'm not shooting dogs. No, it's the guy. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Please don't call Peter and RSPCA. Guys, look, I died to dogs. Oh, I got taken out by Scotty, bro, several times. Oh, look, I swear to God, I was shooting, and the bullets didn't go through.
That's not true. If Scotty was attacking you, she would hump
we
you to
starting
death.
again?
That would be her attack.
You're just at the checkpoint.
But you know what's coming. Now you know what's coming. Guns up. Guns up.
And just keep quiet.
You gotta keep
You just got to keep quiet.
Just keep quiet. Yep. Potentially in trouble from people hearing screams in this building and calling the authorities.
We're fine. We're
Yeah.
fine. That's why we do this stream after
Oh,
7.
she's doing crossed guns. She knows what she's doing.
That's huge.
That's it.
Oh my god, her theme song just kicked
This is
in.
some John Wick shit.
She's spinning the guns. Oh, she's
You
confident
shoot
now.
all the time in your rewards, channel rewards. So you got the pew pews down.
All right, aiming at the dogs. Ready. And then unload and remember to press the buttons to get more bullets.
Oh, those little red
Fire,
eyes.
fire, 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 fire.
Look, I'm shooting, but these dogs got
Fire,
plot
fire, fire,
armor more than any anime character I've ever seen.
Doing a lot of damage. And then
Nice,
reload,
nice.
reload face buttons.
I'm
Go, go, go.
reloading.
You're doing it, you're doing it. Fire, fire,
I swear to
fire.
God, I'm reloading.
Oh my God,
Look,
they're
I've
all
won.
over.
They had nothing on me.
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
Tassie Devils.
you murdered those dogs.
They
Guys,
do look like Tassie Devils,
I
don't
didn't
they?
want to get caught by RSPCA, so I didn't really want
dog
to shoot.
rats.
Yeah.
Or ROUSs.
Oh,
Well done.
guys, that was good. That was good. Do you
Rodents
want to
of
switch? Anyone
unusual
want to switch
size?
places with me now?
That's a thing.
I think this
In
is
the
a good time
Princess
to switch
Bride?
places, guys. I think it's
maybe
fantastic.
I watched
Anyone?
once.
Anyone want to switch? Okay.
No, you're doing
Now
great.
you're up to the
You're
good
doing
bit.
so good, Nat.
I'm up to what bit now?
The good bit. You're doing great. Chat's all behind you.
Is it me or is the ceiling like closing in on me?
Oh no, I think.
yeah?
That's
It's an
just
optical-
Okay,
the
I'm
fear
getting a bit
kicking in
nervous
as your
now.
heart rate.
127.
Oh my god! Jesus! Please!
127.
My fellow brethren!
Why is it
I
heart
don't
rate
want to
gone
join your
blue?
cult.
Is that
I
a-
think it's like danger.
Oh my god!
Oh,
She's hitting her like peak fat burning zone. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
this
Like
is it.
Yeah.
What a
with
workout
the
now.
fitness.
This
yeah.
is a
Look,
workout.
You're resting steady at 127, so doing well.
We're doing fine. We're doing fine.
We should have
Look.
fed her more.
She did go and have a snack in the ad break,
Yeah.
so good.
Oh! I missed every single one of them as I intended.
You're
And now
you're in
calming
control.
down.
Look at- yeah, you're
You got this.
You're doing some.
I don't like that
resting
door.
heart rate really
You got some
quickly.
Zen
Look,
style
guys.
breathing techniques that are bringing it back down.
I don't have a good feeling about this door. Oh, fantastic. I've always wanted to get touched like that. Yeah, guys, come on. Hands up, high five. Oh, God.
Oh no.
What is that?
Nah, it's fine, man. They want high fives.
Oh,
Oh, my God. It's vibrating my hand.
Awful.
Oh, my God. Look, it's my fan meetup right here.
oh my God.
Did you hear
High five, guys.
She said this is my fan meetup right here.
Oh my God, no signatures, guys. Not here.
Yeah, I'll sign your forehead. Yeah, don't worry.
Ramos.
Oh my gosh,
Want me to
it's
sign your forehead too?
too many adoring fans.
Oh, it's Mitch PTR on the wall there.
Jesus Christ. You got a nice
Now
nose.
it's gone quiet. Why has it gone quiet?
Stay quiet.
Oh my God.
Oh, awful. Scotty is stressed.
Oh my God.
She's so stressed.
I don't want to do a fan meetup anymore.
Oh,
I
you
think
can't write this stuff.
Yeah, guys.
143.
Oh my God. You knew a fan meetup would bring it up to 143.
Thanks, Blinky.
Guys, there's
Oh, the headshots. You're all about the headshots. She's coming.
yeah. Look, I'm trying to shoot with my left hand, but I can't.
Some gunplay. Time to calm
At least
down.
these guys dressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
They're looking
man.
pretty snazzy.
Oh,
Miss.
oh, there's someone hitting me.
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
You're good.
oh my God! Oh my God! It's fine, Nurse Joy. Let's
Can we
take it
beat 143? New
back.
record.
Look. Oh my God! They started calling the ceilings.
You're at the point now where you can safe word out, but you're doing great.
Yeah.
Oh. Why am I getting hit
You
by
are
flying boxes?
nailing it.
You gotta shoot them
Yeah,
boxes.
100% completion run.
Don't inspect the carriage.
Look, I'm looking at the game design.
Oh, she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
I like
She's
looking
Nat
at the game
Wick.
design on games.
Nat Wick. I'm thinking I'm back.
Yo!
Who turned all the lights off?
Oh.
It's probably fine.
It's gone
Look,
quiet again.
guys, I'm only into 2D guys, man. Oh yeah, I'll take that too.
Hang on, what?
Oh.
My heart rate's going up.
Oh. Oh, why are there doors? Okay, multiple options.
Oh, this seems demony.
Pick a door.
I'd like to, but I think she's just picking
Oh,
me.
who's that?
Picking. Oh my God! Oh God! Oh,
Hello,
Yo, guys.
beautiful.
Did you close your...
Oh God!
That is
Oh my
awful.
God!
You got up to 131 for the lady.
Look, honestly, she's. Oh, I
There
might
she
have to
is.
shoot her.
Oh.
I don't know whether to date her. I don't know whether to date her. Where she walks. Oh my God! Oh my God! Sorry, you're not my type. Oh God!
I hate that.
Yo.
She's like, I just want to entertain the boys.
Oh my God. Look,
For the troops.
For the troops.
look.
You're good with the boxes.
Guys, I think I'm gonna tap out, man.
All right. So, she's back.
She's back.
She's still on
Finish
me.
her
Oh
now.
my
Finish
God.
her.
I'm
Finish
no longer
her.
on Tinder.
Oh, you're so good at the headshots.
You've almost got it. Keep going.
I'm
Keep
trying.
going.
I'm trying.
No.
Man. She's not getting the message. She's not getting the message.
Oh God, I hate that so
I'm not interested.
Pardon me, boy.
I have a boyfriend.
Oh my God. I'm just versing Jean Grey
What
right
is
now.
that
Give me a
walk?
second, guys.
Yeah, it's heinous.
Oh my God. She's really.
They're really just throwing everything at you.
Oh my God, Jesus, be closer now.
Look at the armor.
We
Go,
just
go,
didn't
go. The
work.
headshots,
Just
the
didn't
headshots, the
work.
headshots. Yes.
It wasn't working, man. You didn't have enough Riz.
Yes.
Well done.
No means no.
Okay.
All right. You
I'm
can
good.
press a thumb. I'll press the right button again.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
on
God.
There.
Well
Oh
done.
my God.
That was
Oh my
huge.
That
gosh,
was
now press this button.
intense.
Oh my God.
Welcome back.
Oh, that
You
was,
did so well.
amazing.
That was terrible. I didn't want to do it.
Steph, you want to have a crack?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Take the watch. No, leave that.
Okay.
Take the watch.
Sure.
Go sit down. Have a breather.
So 143, new high score.
43.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
When I saw chat.
Peter.
Yeah.
Lady saw chat.
Or Steph.
Neil Steph.
Steph.
Yeah.
Up you up.
Oh.
Big boots to fill.
Oh, well done.
Can you?
You're a good girl. Scotty was like
Stressed
stressed by
that
she was
on
stressed by the
your
screaming.
right.
Come here, come on. You're okay. You're
Oh my
okay.
God.
You were like genuinely terrified.
Oh yeah.
for beats there.
What is the button?
It goes. No, other way. Sorry, it goes.
Sorry?
It goes through that, and then the
your
slap
mic
goes through that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's all
Where
right.
did it reach 143?
143 was it was
System.
before.
It was after the fan meetup.
It was just after the fan meetup in that
Well,
room. Yeah.
And then
Does that make sense? Does that
Oh,
check
yeah.
out? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I always get so
better.
nervous.
Yeah, but it pinned.
Yeah.
And then when you had the lovely lady approaching you,
Oh, yeah.
you only got to like 130.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too
so
bad.
those kind of
She
encounters
didn't seem like too bad.
you
to be
can
honest.
navigate pretty well.
Yeah.
The dogs you hit like 120ish. And we thought that was as high as it was going to get, but then you showed us.
I just kept thinking about Scotty every time I saw the dog. I was like,
I can't shoot Scotty, no!
I can't Oh my god, that's going to get turned into a GIF.
Yeah,
For sure.
You definitely peaked that mic a few times.
Sorry, guys. The fact I started at 116, yeah, it's my resting heart rate, guys.
Yeah. So technically, like, Gus probably jumped more than you. Because Gus was like 80-ish and then went up to, doggy.
I was like, I don't want to be here, man. Y'all jump scaring me.
It's okay, Scotty. It's okay. You went from 116 up to 143. So that is 27 points you jumped. That's pretty good. That was
It's
pretty
one
chill.
thing I'm good at.
Yeah.
Increasing my heart rate in a game, guys.
Well, I'll tell you
I'll
what, it
take
also
that
came
W.
down really quickly.
Yeah.
That's a sign of fitness, right?
Yeah, if you can like
Yeah.
recover quickly, that's the main thing you want to be doing.
You're fits and healthy.
Yo, chat, I'm fit, bro.
There should be a one under your thumb to get the PlayStation menu to go away, and then you can shoot continue, I think.
All right.
Let's
Nice.
see. She was around 84, 85 with it resting.
Nat Fit Copium.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic, guys. I definitely look. They've confirmed I'm fit. All right.
There you go.
That's science. That's just science.
That's science. You're
Yeah.
arguing with science.
Nice. Good accuracy.
I'm squinting.
Is it because you can't see, or you're really trying to get the headshot?
No, but like, is that still a thing in
Kind
VR?
of.
Yeah.
To try and get better aim.
Yellow on the ground next to you.
Yeah, hit those yellow stars.
And then face button to reload, put a new magazine in. Like any of the
Any of the
X or
buttons
X
on
or
the
any of the buttons should work.
That any thumb button.
Any of the
Thumb button?
like
Yeah.
a button.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, face buttons.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Blank, blank.
Nice.
I think shaking them also reloads, but I was worried we were going to
Your heartbeat rose 1. Trying to work out how to reload.
Huge jump.
No.
Oh, well predicted.
Oh wow.
She's doing the
again went
Wow.
down.
She's got the roller coaster stuff.
She loves roller coasters.
That's a new gun.
Oh, you got a new gun, yeah, because you shot the red barrel.
What?
Nice.
Is that blood?
Rat juice?
Rat juice.
Oh no.
Tasty.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
I feel like something's going to come out of the blood.
Put the other earbud in, you coward.
Oh, it's Rat Jam.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Jesus.
Let's see if there was a delay to the heart rate increase.
Yeah.
Usually
Is it gonna
takes a
pop?
second or
Is it
two.
gonna pop?
Up to
This is
80.
high. 83 is the highest it's been.
Might go a little higher.
You're
Reload. 101.
101, there you go.
There it is. Get the rats. Get the rats.
Oh my god, they move so jerky.
98.
Go reload.
There you go.
Jesus. I thought she was dead.
Nope, gotta make sure she's dead. Double tap.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Is this your girlfriend back?
Die.
Yeah, my
Sorry.
ex.
Yeah.
Shoot the rats. Shoot the rats.
She didn't work out with me, so she
Do the rats do
decided to
anything?
come back.
Or
Yeah.
are they eating me?
I think I think they're doing something.
This is chat trying to annoy us.
Oh, this works so well. This took so long to set up.
Oh, props for the setup.
I bought a heart rate monitor, which we were
Yes.
going to use for this, but you
Yeah.
had to wear it like under your
That's
shirt.
the one I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, she's so close.
I know she likes to get intimate.
Stop it. Gosh.
I appreciate that a lot of the old back pocket chat are getting to rats.
Nicrotex says the holding the guns close to the face and shooting from the chin. It's a great move. Never seen before.
Nicrotex would know about hiding from people shooting in VR when I shot at him on the
basically took his head
Shooting
off.
from the chin.
87 though,
Best part.
quite calm.
Rats after you.
Oh my god.
Rats.
It's so I can't. Where am I aiming?
They're a little wonky because you're always firing kind of like akimbo,
yeah.
so it's never like.
a reticle. It's hard to.
Yeah, it's not super iron-sighty. You kind of have to shoot and watch the tracer fire just to work out.
What was that?
83. Just a little
Yeah,
guy.
I don't know
Just
the
one,
guy.
just one little guy? You can take him.
Oh, I think you're free.
Oh.
You're on a pirate ship all of a
Oh
sudden.
my god.
Ah,
Sea of
Playing
Thieves
as Nathan
ship.
Drake.
Many barrels.
many barrels.
Nice points.
He's actually playing as Nathan Drake, just shooting everyone you see.
Who's that?
We were saying before the stream how funny it is to be like
Man
a
in
really
a suit.
Man and Medan guy.
moody, scary game, and they're like, "Yeah, have 2 guns."
Yeah, 2
Like,
guns, shoot it out.
And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's very like Lara Croft, you know.
Everyone always gets cocky at one point, like, I can
Safe.
spin the guns
Yeah.
now.
Once you get comfy.
Careful, why are you not
let
moving?
your guard down.
Look around.
It's always like
Wait
when you're
for
not
it.
moving.
It's iron. I can't with bullets.
Oh, I think it's your ex-girlfriend coming back, asking for forgiveness.
Yeah. Or asking for her stuff back.
Yeah, it's one of them.
You have my Tay-Tay CDs.
My Tay-Tay CDs.
Also,
Ready
I
up.
bought the
Oh.
television, so I'm going to need to get that
Yeah,
back.
can you leave that at the front, please? Thanks. Oh,
Oh, like a babe?
That was another strike.
oh,
I don't want to shoot her.
oh my god, that's an airbender. What's going on?
I mean, you're on rails. You can only go back forward again. Like,
Unless there's a
gone.
different,
What's
unless there's a
going
different part of the
unless you
track.
do the like Indiana Jones.
Oh.
What? Boss? Yeah, big guns, big guns,
Oh, thank god I didn't go third.
big guns.
Oh.
I shoot the boxes. It looks like
Don't
oh, barrel,
worry.
barrel.
You got this, you got this, you got this. You got this!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, take out Jean Grey. She's got nothing.
Yeah.
She looks quite force fieldy, doesn't she?
Yeah, just keep reloading, keep shooting.
Just keep.
I've seen the ending for this movie.
You're gonna
you
run
got
out of
this.
boozy shots.
Empty those clips. Hello?
I can't hear you, but I assume you're saying shoot the scary
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah.
I reckon she's safe with force field. You might need to barrel next to her. And if I know video
Shoot her?
games,
Can I not shoot her
I know
when she's
video
in,
games.
I've
Wait for the barrel.
played a video game.
Nice.
Heart rate
This
down,
is actually
though.
like good game mechanics.
Quite fun.
Yeah.
Normally these VR games get pretty janky.
Yeah. Well, this came out on previous PlayStation
managing
VR.
a reload is
I think
tough.
this is
Relatively
potentially a. Maybe this is a collection.
Yeah. Okay. Screams when doing poorly, screams when doing well.
I hate you. Why are you so scary?
Is she even taking damage or what?
I mean, you're moving backwards. It's
Hope I'm
progressing.
hitting her. I can't even tell.
I know what you mean, though. It's a pet hate when like you can't quite tell if the boss is taking hits, and you're like, am I
It's my
doing this
visual
right?
feedback. I don't know.
I feel like there's going to be classic rule of threes where this is now the third barrel section we blow her up where you're going to do the damage to
Yeah.
finish it.
She's on 2. It's the third one. Win with the damage.
Nice. More barrels, please.
Jean Grey puts up a
There
force
it is.
field. Chucking in more barrels.
That was too close.
There it is.
More barrels are coming through.
There you
Yeah,
go.
get
Pop that
wrecked.
shield. Get in there for the kill.
How fortunate that you have so much ammo in the barrel.
Yeah. Do you,
Is there something else to hit?
Oh my god, my arms are so tired.
It's a workout. But at 89 BPM, Steph, come on.
She's screaming for her Tay-Tay
Oh,
CDs.
dude.
Oh, could you break up with me? You kept asking me what I wanted to eat.
That's so real.
It's so real, man.
That's so
Where
real.
do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Anywhere.
What do you feel like eating tonight?
Where do you want to eat? Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
There it is. Score chaser. Well done.
Nice.
the fun bit where you're going to come out the tunnel and buy the picture, Steph?
Oh, this is where they go, hi, do you enjoy the ride? Go through to the left.
It's the
door
call center
number
girl
8,
again.
you can get pictures, have a great day.
We should do play-by-play commentary.
Well done.
Nice.
Whoa, look at this.
Whoa.
This
Blazing
was the
trail.
ride
Oh,
you
that's the
took.
journey
Yeah, it's
that I
like
went
there's
on.
literally one path. Oh no, you can split.
I was going to say, of all games to show you the route you took, it was a on-rails game.
Yeah, I know. Of all.
You went this way. I know.
How are we for time? Should I play or should we?
You totally.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You
Yeah.
gotta go.
You gotta do your play-by-play commentary
All
now.
right, I'll do it.
Suit up. Get in there. Well done. Heart rate remarkably low.
Thanks.
You did
I'm
very
really
well.
not putting
Good resting
the watch
heart rate
on.
there.
Horror
Oh, yeah.
game connoisseur. Right
Huh?
there.
It's too small for
She
my
does,
wrist.
Oh, really?
she does like
Yeah.
horror games.
Well, it'd be a good workout. I mean, I know a lot of people do VR as workout.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I've got an Oculus Quest, the hands-free one, and that one's got a boxing game in it. The problem is you sweat around the face a lot. The good thing about the PSVR 2 is it's got like a lot more aeration and little like curtains
Oh,
underneath.
like I felt a little bit here, so it's like
A little
more
bit,
air.
but if you had the Quest and the Quest 2. But some people have like a full boxing game. Have you played Pistol Whip or Beat Saber?
I have Beat Saber. Beat
Beat
Saber's
Saber's
a
a
workout.
workout. Beat
Yeah.
Saber's like is like part
Oh
of
yeah,
some
cardio.
people's.
Cardio to Beat Saber.
I've used Pistol Whip's great. I've used it before I've gone for a run to get me like,
Really?
well, you know, like if you want to go for a run,
Like
you're
in
like,
your heart-
I'm cold, I'm inside, and my heart rate's not up,
Oh,
I don't
warming
want
up.
to do this. And then play a bit of Pistol Whip or potentially a bit of this, scream in my apartment alone, and then go running.
Oh yeah.
Nothing
of-
weird about
of
that at
course,
all.
No. Don't worry about the neighbors.
They know what. Did you put the watch on your giant wrist?
No,
Yes,
Beat Saber is
it
very
Peter
good.
has meaty wrists.
Yeah, he's a
woodcutter.
thick muscular man.
He's a thick,
I'm a thick
man
boy.
who cuts down
I'm
trees
just a
with his
thick
big
boy.
wrists.
He's got a burly
He
chest.
looked at my wrist and laughed because I've got tiny wrists.
You do. No, but it wasn't that you have a tiny wrist. It's that your left one is significantly skinnier than your right one.
Oh, is that?
Well, I'm right-handed.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's like the bone is skinnier.
I mean, I do everything with my right hand, unless I feel like switching things up a little bit.
Sure.
The Stranger.
Let's go to-
Anyway, Peter, do you want to give this a go?
All right.
The Stranger's when you numb it by
Oh,
sitting
but
on
do
it.
it.
Anyway,
I was like,
moving
why
on.
can't I hear it?
Wow.
That's from movies.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
What was it
Yes,
from?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's from, chat, back me up.
Hey, mate.
My heart rate's just gone up there.
Okay.
All right, you're in, Pete. 88 beats per minute.
Yeah, let's get
Jeez.
go by play.
Oh,
play-
straight into the
play-by-play
fire.
commentary.
This is the train crash you were on, so it's kind of again the narrative device. Keeps being like you're in a
Back
train
to
crash.
Nathan Drake.
I think it's American Pie, Stumpify. Thank you. Yeah. Oh no, got
Right.
many. It is. It's gone in 60 seconds. It is gone in 60 seconds. It's definitely.
So it is from movies plural, just like he said.
Thank you very much.
All right. Gone in
See how
60
you go.
seconds.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah.
This is
Very
I
much.
don't
when
like
she was
this.
blonde.
What don't you
that
like,
was
Taylor?
cool. That was a
82.
cool look for her.
What don't you like?
How'd you go lower?
What's wrong?
What?
You comfy?
Mandy's 78, he's right.
It's fine.
This is spooky as shit.
I think.
Oh man, I would have preferred the boat one. I think to this.
Pete.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yes.
This is the bus one I played.
Yeah.
With the
Oh,
witches.
You were going fast.
This one's pretty scary, actually.
This chapter started with a bus crash, so I believe Peter's simulating that ride.
I gotta say, the PSVR 2 does a good job of like
I've been
taking
here.
taking
Holy
the
shit.
weight off your
I've
head.
been
my
here-
God.
You did the same bit.
And you fell for it again.
It
I
genuinely
got done
does.
twice.
This kind of reminds me of, what is it? Little Hope.
Oh,
This is it.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So this
okay.
is the Little Hope chapter done
Oh, okay.
done as a roller coaster ride with
Rollercoaster ride.
guns.
Even
'Cause you said-
getting rewards is
Yeah, it's a bus-
terrifying. The way that the thing just like absorbs into your
Shoot
chest.
the yellow.
Nice.
That way, please. Yep. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so the way Switchback 94 works, I believe, is that it's taken the 4 or 5 games,
Bit darker. It's
And-
suddenly pitch black.
it's turned them into rides.
Okay,
So you're in the
let's
same location, the enemies are still the things that were in the game, but it's arcadey. So you'll do the one in the Middle East.
Dude.
The military one,
Oh,
the Middle East you
House
played.
of Ashes. That's
Same
actually one of my
place.
favorite games.
House of Ashes.
So
yeah.
that'll be the next
Same
level.
truck.
Oh my gosh.
I feel
Meanwhile,
like they did
Tractor.
not do a good job of mapping Ashley Teasdale in that game. I felt like if I was
No.
her, I would have been upset.
I keep
Oh, yeah,
missing.
that's-
I felt like
She looked like
Pete's having
something
a
was off.
moment.
Something off.
something was very off.
But then Until Dawn was done better.
Yeah,
I really
Until
like the
Dawn-
shirt.
Until
The
Dawn is
shirt-
still the
The
best.
shirt really ties all this
The
together.
shirt's great.
Everyone's been asking you about
I'm gonna
your
get done by the
shirt.
same fucking car again.
So
It's near me.
Language.
Car didn't get me because I was looking the other way, but it would have.
Well, remember, Little Hope was about getting stuck in the town because you couldn't leave through the fog. So
Shut
you're.
up, Gus.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Little Hope was
I
actually one
thought
of the scary
talking would
ones.
calm you.
Shit.
He's just angry because he's scared.
Yeah.
Course,
I've
tonight
encountered
will
that
be
on,
the night that
on
I
car
fall
trips.
for you.
Yeah, nice one though. You're doing really well.
Get a face. Get a face.
Get all the tunnel dudes.
Oh shit. Hello.
Nice shooting.
Yep. You
Did you
got
have a
him.
face?
You got him.
Ah.
He just aged 10 years. Holy shit.
Oh my. Wait, what happened?
Feels good to get revenge.
Man, that man is broken.
If I don't crack 100, yes!
That was real fear.
Oh, feels good to have ice cold.
Man just went through trauma.
102.
His arms contracted.
Chat was like, Gus gonna get punched.
No.
It's funny how quiet he is right now.
Better he did that than went.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh my god.
109, holy shit. Like, the delay is just coming through.
He's still recovering right now.
He's on the
I want to
fastest
get
one.
off this ride.
Yeah. You're doing real good. Real good.
I don't like it.
Oh my god.
Shoot the yellow.
DumpDaze says that's what my wife would do to me. There's another VR game I've played on Quest.
I should have gone that way. I
called-
should have gone that way. I don't like this at all.
called Richie's
Oh,
Plank
maybe that'll be kitty
Experience.
Is this where?
Yeah, the sheriff? No.
Is this where you threw the baseball through the window?
No, different building.
This looks like some kind of saloon.
That's too small.
There's a game that's literally just go up an elevator and then look out, and it's a long plank. You walk out over
Oh,
buildings.
I've seen that one, yeah.
And often people say, put a plank down or a piece of wood and put people
To
on
feel
it.
real.
To
Yeah,
feel
I
it.
feel real.
So
Every
fucked.
time I've done it with a friend, it's like, wow, this is amazing. And all you just do is just give them that at the top and watch them crumble to the floor.
Because it's like you're at the top of a skyscraper.
Yes, yeah, and you get vertigo properly with it, but it's
I did that at
I
that.
promise not to do it, and every time someone's on, I'm like,
I just have to.
and you just have
Is it right way?
to. Sorry, you're saying.
I did it at that VR cafe in Shinjuku in Japan when we went over there. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But they also had, and it so sucks because it's closed down now, but they had a Mario Kart one.
That's right,
Which was one
yeah.
of the best like video game experiences I've ever had.
They didn't
Stop
just
singing. Can you guys hear the singing?
not as much as
Where
you.
did my
No, you should
torches
probably
go?
sing it out loud so
Oh,
we can hear
fuck
it.
you.
Here he goes.
It's better if you don't see this, I think.
It's the Bat Jam.
Like,
That's I'm okay with. Die, devil birds! Stupid animals. Back off. Okay. No more. I can do bats. I think one's following me, actually. But I can't do cars riding at me. Or Gus. Fuck all those. Ow! Right in the face. Are you coming over again? Why is the studio so quiet? Are you all coming over?
I see. It's mind games. I can't handle it. I can't handle the thought that we might be doing something.
It's at this point that Peter is starting to lose his mind.
It's driving him
It's
mad.
driving him insane.
He's
He
moving his
has
arms
no
around now to see
idea.
if he can feel if someone's there.
Is this a boss fight?
he's feeling
Go away.
stressed.
Go away. Has everyone left the room? Hello, mate. No, that's friendly. He's a friend. Us.
Some things. Man, he's in his own world.
Guys? Is anyone here still?
He's scared. I think there's no one in the studio. He's cooking.
Guys? What happened? Where did you go? I'm so alone. Except that I'm not, and that's scary.
Matt, I can't believe you did that.
I was born to. Getting thrown under the bus here.
Oh, mind games. Doing well, dude.
All right,
Have a
I'm
crack.
ready for a a bus.
Yeah, this is surprising. I think this got middling to good reviews. Like,
There's been a few of these that have come out,
Oh,
right?
that's
That like the
fucking
ride-based ones, or
I
is
have
this...
to look up. It was on previous PSVR 1.
Yeah.
There was a Dark Pictures.
So dark in the game, man.
Dark Pictures shooter roller coaster. I think this is a sequel that has been since been based around all the new chapters. Whereas the previous one was just haunted houses with scary things.
Yeah.
Whereas
So many
this
of them.
is same mechanics but built around that anthology.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good.
It's good. Like, yeah, it feels like the right kind of game for VR. Like,
I mean,
it,
on rails
it's
is
just
great.
it feels like
Just so much ammo.
yeah.
They made one set in the Until Dawn universe. Thank you, Ammo Glitter.
Oh.
So the first one of these was all around that, and this is all different levels based on different chapters.
Rush of Blood. That's what I played. Yeah.
That's right, yeah. But obviously, and I don't want to just sound like the person who's like, but the PSVR 2 is superior. But it is the best VR
Oh,
execution.
double shot.
in terms of the weight and the clarity and the breathability under. Like, it is.
Yeah. Those pistols he's got. Awesome.
I'm still yet to play
Nice,
Until Dawn.
nice guns, Pete.
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
talking about your wrists. Shoot those pilgrim women. Well, they all look
Oh
nice.
no, my cool guns went! My cool
Zombie
guns!
pilgrim women.
Oh, they are zombies, are they?
Well,
Shoot him!
Yeah, you killed Zombie Flanders. Is a zombie? What's he doing? He's at the cocky bit now. We're spinning
Yeah,
guns.
he's
Always
like, he's
happens.
enjoying
himself.
Always
He's
happens.
enjoying himself a little too much.
Oh, that's good, Squishy. He's get. Thank you
I
for
don't want to
riding.
get Fabio'd.
Yeah, if Creative doesn't Photoshop a swan smacking into Pete's face on a roller coaster, do I have to do your work for you guys? Come on. 93.
He started off at like 80, didn't he?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. The small child singing. A
this could
classic
end well.
trope.
What's wrong with your neck? Is that rapes?
Is that right?
The fashion, the style.
He was there.
Rapes?
Wait.
Rapes? It's not rapes.
That's not
Bye.
rapes.
Oh, did they take your guns away? No, they're back.
Nope, no, they're back.
The way guns come back, it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, oh my god.
They're back. Where did they go?
There's that great line in Community. It's to calibrate the VR system.
that's
Look at the
fine.
backs of your hand in wonder. Whoa. That's how to calibrate.
Yeah.
All right, he's
Are
got a
there any
solid.
trolls under this bridge?
I remember. Oh, hang on. I remember this bridge. Well, there it goes.
Oh,
There's the bridge with the thing
So
under the
many-
chains. And the
that one was a very scary
That
part
was a
of it.
very scary part of the game.
I would say Little Hope was probably the scariest out of all of the games. to be
I
honest.
played it kind of on stream, trying to have fun with it. So it was all
Oh.
like, for what was scary, it was more fun just to be like, this is silly.
Yeah.
I got so scared by it because it was so dark.
For me,
Out of all the
for
games.
my tummy.
Oh, Peter's
Don't
feeling
like
sick.
it. Hello,
He's really
goodbye.
into it.
Goodbye.
Pew, 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 pew.
These ones don't. Yeah, these don't make me feel sick at all. If it's on rails, and my
Rails
brain,
is it.
my brain's
Hello?
cool with it. Yeah.
Again,
You're upside down.
I can totally get why someone pitched this and it went through, because on rails, you're right, totally takes out
Look at
a
these
lot,
two.
a
I
lot
love
of the nausea.
yeah, the noise, yeah.
Time
Oh,
crisis
shit, what
memories.
the fuck is that?
And as much as it hates to be the thing it's the best at, shooting is great in VR. Like it's the thing you can do that feels the most kind of like tactile, and just picking things up and throwing them around, you have to move around and chase them, whereas just guns work.
And I think as well, like, you know, people who've lent hard into VR being like, oh, you can make it more like a physical recreation of what you do in real life. But I don't actually want to do that.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
I played a game where it was like you had to physically duck, and then to reload the gun, you had to like
Oh,
go to
I've
your
done
belt
that
and
too.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, I felt
Arizona
so
or
fucking
something like
uncool.
that?
Yeah, I was just like,
I played a
was so
game where
much-
if you dropped the gun and you went too far away from it, you didn't have your gun anymore. There wasn't a magnet back. There wasn't.
Oh,
It just
wow.
got back to your hip.
What the fuck are you doing there?
We should probably let him finish this one.
Nice.
Did that crack 100?
Is it? Wait for the delay.
He's sweating up my headset. Something
Nothing.
solid.
It was 109 when you did your spook.
There it is.
There it
That
is.
was good.
There's 100.
What did I miss?
Yes, you hit 100. You've
105.
enabled your safe word.
105.
Nice.
You can safe word out at any point from now on.
Should I boss fight? I can't see the
He
time.
looked at his watch.
I know.
Ooh, spooky mist.
But the problem is now, Steph. There's going to be a whole bunch of
I'm
soldiers
having
in
a-
real military
He's having the
conflicts
time of
who are
his
just
life.
firing their
The
weapons
man
and then
dodges
going.
left and right.
Just
Sure.
shaking them out.
Not teaching the real skills.
Yeah.
Petey's doing his best to avoid the ex-girlfriend.
Bam, 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 bam,
And you're
bam,
back.
bam.
Here comes a scary car.
Yeah.
Has he learned his lesson?
Oh my god. I'm happy to do a boss fight or call it. What do you reckon?
Let's see what's in the house.
Yeah, let's see what's in the house
That
first.
person's
Yeah, what's in the house, Peter?
What's in the house, Pete?
Oh, that just reminded me of Resident Evil and those fucking dolls.
Oh,
And that.
Wait, the doll
RE8?
house?
Yeah.
That was funny. The thing downstairs, not so much.
Oh god, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen in a video game. What was in the
What is
basement
this
of that
music?
house?
Bloody in here.
I think it's like through like a radio.
Maybe
Yeah.
this is wine. Maybe it's Gus knocked his bottle of wine over again.
Sounds like me.
What was that?
Have you seen this boy
What a sweet girl.
or girl? Checkpoint?
so you just went into somebody's house. Excuse me.
Oh, no, in a roller coaster.
Yeah, I know.
Don't mind me.
I kept shooting those things and I didn't really feel like I was getting different guns.
I've got like
but I
wasn't
four
really
clips,
looking.
I think.
It's the
of
score chaser on the
SMG.
Oh.
It's for replayability.
The big crates, I thought they were guns, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They threw a gun into
House
your hand, so now he's got
fire.
an Uzi.
Oh.
This is a lovely house of fire.
oh no.
Backdraft.
Get the water.
Terror fire.
The water.
Coming to a cinema. These people are just trying to get out of the house, Pete.
Yeah.
They're like, we're burning. Get your cart out of the way so we can leave.
And then he's just shooting
And you're
them.
like, beep, 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 beep.
No.
No
Yeah,
one
it's-
leaves.
It's just like the husband and
They
wife
like
trying to get out.
erratically pick up speed and it is like legit
Totally.
terrifying.
Oh, the sun
On my last
speed.
one
Yeah.
is SMG.
Honey, I think our house is on fire. We should go
What
out.
is that?
But there's a roller coaster blocking
What
the door.
What was that?
That was a giant head.
Okay, now I'm intrigued, and you're at 90, so if you don't waste your bullets. Oh, there is someone there to shoot. It's quite dark.
You have infinite ammo, don't you?
You do, but he had the Uzi, which that.
I'm not hitting you at all. Are you a friend?
And then it goes back to the pistol.
Nope. Are you a friend? Nope. What a get out of the house.
And I don't think any of these people are your friends, Peter.
Fuck you.
I think so. Yeah, that reiterates it. Yep.
Too dark.
No.
I
this,
can't see
too
anything.
much.
Where's the giant head?
Outside? Is the boss going to be that giant?
Nah, of course not. It was just,
You don't think so?
They're just chilling.
yeah, all imagination.
Wait for it. Wait. Oh. 90?
Oh! That had poles through it.
Had poles through it.
85?
Fuck, that scared me then.
You hit 100? Yeah,
Yeah.
103.
Back to
Yeah,
100.
He won't get off the ride. He's the one who comes to the end of the ride. He's like, I'll go again. Just goes around.
Again. Oh wow, he's going fast.
Oh wow, he's creating more immersion for himself.
It,
Can you go back to the street?
it looks shit for us.
Apologies. If they throw another fucking car at me.
Do it.
Of all of the things that the enemies in this game that Peter
Alright.
hates the most,
Well done.
it's the car.
Nice.
Well done,
Alright,
Peter.
you're free now.
Well done.
PlayStation button. There you go.
Well done. Well shut.
Nailed it. And while he comes over here.
Oh
Smile
my
Smile
god.
down the barrel for us. Give us a big sweaty smile.
Oh my god. You went through 5 stages of grief right there.
And a thumbs up to put you on the ride. Do the thumbs up like you've been on the ride.
The photo?
Now look like you're scared on a roller coaster. What? There it is.
Now do one where you pretend to be asleep.
Yeah. So you can put him next to.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Come on back over. That was very good gameplay and very fun. Nat record score, I believe, 143, 142.
143, I
Yeah,
believe.
that was huge.
I'm so glad this paid off.
That was like you were at a decent job.
I felt like my resting already beat all the records by resting hard. I didn't do anything. Oh my god.
Well, we're going to take a quick rest and a quick ad break, and we'll be back right after this. You might have heard that we here at Back Pocket have a Patreon, and that's probably because we mention it at the end of every show.
Thank you so much to everyone that supports us on Patreon.
Especially those who support us on Patreon.
Those who support us on Patreon.
But what you might not know is that thanks to our patrons, we get to make all this cool stuff for you guys, and that includes our Thursday show every week.
Back Pocket!
But what are Patreon tiers, and what do you get from them? And how do you make a cheesy garlic broccoli bake with just 3 ingredients? All these questions and more could be answered right now.
The Back Pocket Patreon has a total of 9 different tiers to get amongst. Let's start at the very beginning. $3 Bronze Pocket tier gets you access to our world-famous Discord, boasting one of the best communities online. And our weekly backlog post, which gives you all the Back Pocket goss for the week. And the icing on the bronze cake is that your name will appear on screen on Back Pocket tonight, so everyone knows you're helping. Thank you.
The $7 Silver Pocket grants you access to all of the perks of the Bronze Pocket, and then also all of the bonus content that we upload to the Patreon at the end of the month. And on the topic of bonus content, the $14 Gold Pocket gives you access to all the aforementioned bonus content when it comes out straight from the delivery room into your now wet arms. Wait, why are their arms wet? Who wrote this? Was it Ruby? Note to self, ask Ruby why arms are wet. Plus, you get live access to the Back Pocket Post Show on Thursday nights, access to our quarterly town hall brainstorms in our Discord, and priority selection for live call-ins and community game nights as one of our beloved Pocketeers.
So those are the main 3. But what if you want even more? Well, at $47.50, there's the Merch Pocket, which gets you exclusive Back Pocket merch every 3 months, including some examples like these. The $130 Top Stitch tier makes you one of our high-end sponsors. If you already adore our content and want to see it thrive, it's here and above that will earn you a special shout-out at the end of every episode in the credits.
DumpDaze! Bori!
Honey bun bun!
Moscow time! Daisy, 86. We thank them especially. Hope you're having a great night.
At $200, Pocket Addict gets you a whole ad made by us for you. It's kind of our way of celebrating you based on everything we know about you, which is not much.
But I'm worried about dying.
We all are. You can box whatever you want.
May find salvation.
Colossal crab fingers.
Native barbecue.
Oh. As a young mother of 2 hairy boys,
I love rocks.
The $333 Taylor Pocket stitches your name to one of our segments, and we take the time to give an ode to you at the beginning of that segment.
Burberry is the show's official lawyer.
Thank you so much, Evil Spy Boy, for your support.
Sponsored by Nicrotex.
Hey. Sponsored by MiddleCee.
Yeah, baby!
And finally, for small business owners, the $500 Business Pocket tier gets you a bespoke sponsor read in the show every week. We collaborate with you directly to ensure that your product gets the promotion it deserves with a bit of back pocket flavor.
So, if you'd like to support us and in the process get some extra pieces for primetime consumption,
why not consider supporting us on Patreon?
you won't regret it unless there's wet arms involved, which apparently there are. And I don't understand that.
D's still down currently. Not. I'm so sorry. Did they want a score check? No, D's still down. Collingwood
no one
just
cares.
up.
What?
But
Crazy.
We missed a crucial goal there. Peter, I'm so sorry I interrupted. Please take it away.
Apologies for that.
Come on, D's.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We saw their words from Multifish, solitude, so sad, so lonely. And Sir Bobo, maybe they enjoy solitude.
Yeah.
We'll never know. I'm not going to ask him. Sir Bobo Gargle sent in a cute new one, Seals. Love to see it. You saw an ad there for the changes to our Patreon, which we made recently.
So I discovered that the wet arms are because I thought when it was like delivery room to your wet arms, it was like a male delivery room. So I was like, why would your arms be wet? But it's
famously called the mail room, not the delivery room.
Yeah, okay.
And you would have heard in one of the tiers, the gold tier.
It was birthing juices.
Birthing juices. In the gold tier, you get access to the bonus content, including of the podcast. Which we've got a new episode going out tomorrow. It is a wonderful episode with Steph Panicasio.
No.
Was that last week? Oh, no, Ali's this week.
Ali McLean.
Steph Panicasio was last week. Make sure you listen to that one as well. But Ali is coming up tomorrow, and they're talking about Mistakes, the game that Ali's working on with the team. So definitely listen to that, and you'll get the bonus episode on the Patreon if you're subscribed to the gold tier and above. Now we're going to go to the final segment of the night. It's a fun little one, but it's called Are You Talking Shit to Me?
I don't know, eh?
You talking to me? You talking to me?
It's such a good De Niro. I never knew you had it in you.
But it's also like it also reminds me so much of your dad because your dad does a good De Niro, and in that you look so much. It reminds me so much of your dad.
Yeah.
Every time I go deer hunting with your dad, I think.
Yeah.
Now that's a very specific reference.
He's a raging bull. In Are You Talking Shit to Me?
Which is a segment that's sponsored by.
Which is a segment sponsored by DumpDaze.
The
I'll get to
Bluetooth
what the segment
device is ready to pair.
Yes.
Ready
Yes.
to tear.
DumpDaze is a sorry.
Nothing.
DumpDaze is a new sponsor at the at this tier, owning a segment as of Saturday. So thank you so much, DumpDaze. And we're going to honor DumpDaze by looking at a DumpDaze comic.
Yes.
Only appropriate.
Yay.
DumpDaze, for anyone who doesn't know, is a very talented artist who sends us a lot of different artworks, but a lot of them are comic strips. And they're often these like wonderful throwbacks to Snake Tales, all those kind of ones. This is one of them here.
They typically all feature bin chickens.
Bin chickens.
Oh, wow.
The iBuys.
The iBuy.
Nothing better than having a comic strip read out to you. So
I'll
in
play,
panel one,
I'll play the second character.
all right.
Hey, my old baby photos.
Mm-hmm. That's me done.
Oh man, I thought I'd lost these forever. These were the days I was such a cheeky kid. Look at that face. So innocent, full of promise. I think this is where my life peaked.
Wow. I love them because they are so, like, they would be in the paper.
Yeah.
They're so delightfully,
Totally.
like, sweet little jokes that DumpDaze puts together. And if you haven't
So
seen them,
cute.
there's heaps of his artwork in the creative, in the Discord, if you're at the right tier, or any tier, I think. But
Yeah.
DumpDaze, artiste.
Perfecto. Sorry. So, in Are You Talking Shit to Me? The segment we're about to play. Everyone is going to take a turn saying a statement out loud. One of us will be lying. Only the liar knows who they are. They were told discreetly that they were to tell a lie. Chat, you can play along as well. Try and guess who's lying. Spot the liar. In order to play this segment, we are given a leading line. And so that will kind of direct the little anecdote that we have. The leading line today is, the most shameful act I've ever committed in a video game, ...
And then, yeah, to
and then
reiterate.
you'll follow with your anecdote, and most of them will be the truth. 3 out of 4 will be the truth. One of them will be a straight-up fabrication.
See if Chuck can get it right.
Yeah.
Let's see if Chat can get it right.
Chat, can you get something
Idiots.
right for once? The way we did this, as Peter pointed out, is Josh picked a liar. And then did anyone else get a little fright when he came up and touched you on the shoulder and leant in and was like,
yeah,
I just want to tell you something. I was like, oh my God, what? I was like, oh yeah.
He said, Peter.
So
we need
last
to
time we
talk.
did this, it was all of us, like it was Ruby was on the show. So we have a work Slack, we have like work communication. So I just messaged everyone internally via DM on our work communication. But obviously Nat's not in there. And I actually really like doing it in person. It
Yeah.
it made me
it's like
happy.
it's like a secret spy contract.
Yeah. And then we obviously worked out as we made this game up that like if Josh just goes to one person, we're like, well, now we know who that is. So
Yeah.
Josh had to come up to each of us at some point in the afternoon.
I
whisper
was
sweet
riding the
nothings.
train, and someone just came up and stood right next to me, like way too close, invading my personal space, and whispered, "This is what you're doing."
I was about to say, next time we do it, we have to level it up, and we all go and meet one by one in the park across the street, and we sit in a bench next to each other.
Oh, wow,
Yes.
okay.
And we don't look at each
No,
other.
facing
and-
away from each
Folding
other. Yep.
newspapers and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Josh will pass us a briefcase.
No, or leave a paper bag full of like with a sandwich in it.
And then you
Wait,
and
it's
then
not a sandwich.
it's
not
in
a
the sandwich.
It's a directive for the mission.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Could we also have a sandwich?
You can have a sandwich.
So it's 30 minutes to try and find out if you're
Yeah,
what your job is.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I reckon I'm going to throw the honors to Gus to
Sure.
tell us the first story.
You would like to know
the
the
most
most-
shameful act I've ever committed in a video game.
Sure thing. Happy to tell you all. Wouldn't have to panic or make something up. Because I have many of these stories.
Okay.
My story is that you all know I'm a fan of VR. That's my VR headset. I also had a Quest 1 headset
It's
early
going to
on.
be a wanking story.
Old, right, left, well, whatever. And to skip to the end, I was testing all the games that came out on the Quest when I first got it. And one of the games I was really keen to try it was Rec Room. If anyone's played that before, it's the VR one where you're all like bobbleheads and there's like just social spaces you can hang out. And then from there, you can go into other little games. You can just like hang out in social spaces. You can just like shoot hoops. It's all really simple graphics, that kind of thing. Turns out they added a battle royale in it, so they tried to make their own version of Fortnite, of PUBG, whatever, all with the like janky controls we talked about. So I jumped in to play it. Turns out it has voice, VoIP, whatever you call it, like directional, and I just didn't know how to turn it off. So I jumped in to play some, and I started playing, and you had to talk with your teammates. And I was like, okay, cool. And as I jumped in, there were all these usually whiny kids that you're like, bloody little kids, but they were like, yeah, this is such a fun game. Oh, yeah, this is so great. And they're like, oh, that last guy was too freaking old to play these games. And I was like, and so then they're like, cool, okay, first thing we're going to jump out of that, I think it's a hot air balloon. And like, everyone got their gear, and I was like, sure do. Yep.
Oh, no.
And I didn't go quite that boy, but I was like, I went up a few octaves because I was like, I don't want to be the creepy guy they just spoke about.
So
and
you
I'm
made
in a
yourself
VR
even
space.
creepier.
So I was like, cool guys, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, this is great.
Oh
I
my
haven't played
God.
this before. And I just stayed in a high enough register for that just at the start while everyone was running around. I regretted it the second I started doing it.
I certainly
And-
didn't have Gus catfish's kids on
Oh my
tonight's
gosh.
show.
It's,
Oh my
it's
God.
too...
Turns out, like, they all just scatter and run around. The point is, you don't have to maintain communication. It's just like a lobby thing at the start. And then I was like, oh, cool. And then everyone scatters. And
Scatter.
from there, I decided not really to talk. But it was in that just brief moment of, like, what do I do? I was like, I'm going to pretend to be a younger person than I am. Not a child, not a, like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I don't know what voice that was.
What was that?
But I acted.
You should not do any more voices.
I will not do any more voices.
We don't want
but
to
I feel
actually.
mildly ashamed of it. Story end.
Lovely.
Oh my God, that story is too cringe to not be true.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
God.
all mine.
Because
Oh,
now
man.
we have the opportunity to ask follow-up questions to kind
If
of
you want.
eke out the truth. But that was
Italian boy. Oh.
Another battle royale.
so
my
we know
God.
that is a fact.
Bluey. Well, not Gus.
We know that one's
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, this one was like told straight from the heart.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
trauma. You could
Now,
feel
would you
it.
like to tell your story?
Definitely not as, I guess, long and detailed. as mine.
It's
fine.
You know,
That's
I,
okay.
I thought it was just like sharing a sentence, guys. And you shared an entire novel of your history.
Yeah.
These things happen to me, and they just have to be told. But
Yeah.
it can be as short as a sentence. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, I mean,
okay.
usually you want to give as much context as you can. If you're lying, you want to make it seem like it's real. You got to
Yeah.
tell,
You
you
can,
know, spin some narrative.
I can keep it short and you guys can figure it out.
Sure.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, dickheads.
We can ask follow-up
Yeah.
questions. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never played game.
No worries.
So therefore,
What
have
is
no
it?
shame.
What
No, no, no.
okay.
So I play a lot of story games.
Yep.
So I just played so this is, I think this is one of the story games that chat recommended for me to play.
Chat,
And
A
it
likely
was-
story.
On hard.
Yeah, gotta include chat because they and the game was called The Wolf Among Us.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Very good game.
Great game.
Really enjoyed that. And I like to take my time in these type of games, even though decision-making games, you don't really have time.
Yep.
But I think
There's
in
often
The
a lot
Wolf
of clock.
Among Us, there was some decisions where you could take time to make some decisions, right?
Mm.
And I just remember this one specific scenario where something bad was going to happen, right? I don't remember the entire story, but something bad was going to happen. And they said one person is most probably in danger. They're not answering the phone. They haven't been in contact for a few hours.
Classic Telltale.
Or I interrogate a frog. Now, I thought I genuinely.
Pete's remembering the game. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I genuinely thought Prince Charming would be alright. And the frog probably had really important information. So we should probably interrogate the frog. So I chose the frog and we interrogated the frog for 1 hour. So I stayed in his apartment interrogating for a very long time. And unfortunately, Prince Charming didn't really make it because we chose to interrogate a fucking frog.
Holy shit. But also, like, poor frog.
Poor frog.
That's
yeah.
a long time to be interrogating
Bro, that
someone.
frog was the most annoying dude I've ever come across.
That frog was a
regret
real
it.
Sam.
Worse than Sam, yeah.
And frogs famously tough to interrogate. They're not susceptible to waterboarding. They're just like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
just
fine.
so annoying. He was just so annoying. And when I came across Prince Charming later, I was like, oh,
The
damn.
corpse of Prince Charming.
Prince not so.
You could have been saved.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
chose to interrogate a frog.
I mean,
Yeah.
of all game series to feel bad about, that the Telltale games are famous for doing that.
Yeah,
So-
totally.
But you're a bad person still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you, just so I'm clear, you expected Prince Charming to be okay.
I expected him to have some plot armor.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
And I thought at the time, the frog has important information. We just rush interrogate him and then go to Prince Charming. But I kind of got caught up in interrogating
So you
a frog.
you could have left the interrogation early, but you chose not to.
This frog has more info.
Look, I'm not very good with interrogation skills, so it took a long time.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
You're
it was
struggling to be
shameful that
interrogated
you,
yourself, it seems.
Yeah.
You spiraled you made a poor decision at the start to go for the frog instead of help someone in need.
It was implied
Yeah.
that he was in danger, but he didn't explicitly say he was in danger.
And then you spent an hour
Yes.
sunk cost fallacy interrogating a frog because you were like, I'm already in it. I got to stick with it.
He might have had important information. Did
That-
he? I don't remember because I got lost interrogating for
Double
that
down.
long. Yeah.
That's pretty shameful. That's pretty shameful.
Yeah, no, I still
Betraying a
remember
friend
it.
for a frog gag.
Yeah, I still remember it very clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing I thought of when that was a prompt that you guys gave me. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. When they
For
stick
sure.
with you, yeah, that's real shame.
yeah.
Okay.
Steph?
Okay, so this was tough for me because I am like, I typically am quite altruistic in video games. I don't do a lot of shameful things, at least on purpose. I've had a couple of like accidental moments, and this was one of them, but it was still, would still count it as pretty shameful. And it's in DMZ, which is a game that I've come to love because of global chat, and the global chat experience has kind of like made multiplayer shooters quite joyous for me because I have forged these like role play relationships with people. And so in this particular game, and I find that I end up chasing those experiences like quite intensely. So I have like, I develop cool rapport with people. I have fun little moments and we have like buddy systems and stuff. And then, you know, I like surprising them with role play like stuff and we forge cool friendships and stuff. In this particular game, in this particular like night I had been playing, I'd had a run of just people who were just like not into that and were just like playing the game normally, were just like not interested in any of my like banter and fun buddy system stuff. And I was just like getting frustrated. I was getting out early. And then towards the end of the night, I came across a player who was dressed in a full Santa suit, which I think is some kind of DLC outfit or whatever that you can get.
I mean, I can't remember all of them, but I'm not
Probably.
surprised.
Yeah. And I'd never come across anyone in the game with like such a striking outfit in DMZ. And he was not only dressed as Santa, but he was like role playing a full like Santa character. And I was just like, amazing. We're going to be best friends. And I told him, I said, we're going to be best friends. And we ran around the game together and we like became this like iconic duo, and we were having fun and stuff like that. Reese was also there, and then we finally we agreed to get to the extraction point, and as we were getting to the extraction point, Reese gets in, I get in, and as I turn around, he's climbing up the ladder. I did one of my like derpy, like accidental misfires and like shot him as he was getting into the evac plane thing, and he like falls out of the plane, and we extract without him. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And that was like, it felt like I had betrayed him at the last moment.
He was there the whole time, his entire journey.
Yeah.
And so
And
you
you
shot
just
him.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't even hold a funeral.
And I felt so awful because I had been like going on about how I only wanted to play this game to forge the friendship, and like I was telling him this and all this kind of stuff, and in the end, I was the one that
You
like
shot him.
and he didn't, and I like
Shot him down, or sorry, this is already a follow-up question, but shot him in a way that scared him to jump off the.
yeah,
evac.
I'm not sure what happened, but as he was getting up the ladder, the bullet hit him, and he.
I can't remember if friendly fire is on for squads. And
But
I can't remember at this point.
I don't think we were in a squad. I think we just
Walking
proxy
around
chat,
together.
hanging out.
Yeah, proxy chat.
Because
hanging
you and
out.
Reese had jumped in.
Reese and I were in a squad.
Yeah.
And I know I'm giving you originally before you could squat up, because you can squat up now. They brought that in. So there's legitimacy to the idea of that was early on enough that potentially.
Well, for all we know, this is the truth, Gus.
You would
Gus
say
is
that.
sus.
Yeah. But
Gus is sus.
I was like lying awake at night thinking about the fact that he would have thought that I did it on purpose. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm different.
You desk popped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You desk popped
Copium.
by accident.
You sure it was an accident?
Yes.
Okay.
Or did you just say, Santa's not real, and he disappeared?
Oh my god.
No, I would never. I would never.
There you
I'm
go.
sus, but I got no evidence to prove it otherwise, because both things technically check out.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Three things check out. It was before you could squat up potentially. Friendly fire might have not been off. Steph does to occasionally just pop trigger. like that I can see as well. Interesting and shameful.
Interesting and shameful.
Shameful. Just left the man.
Bad. You left Santa.
Yeah, you left Santa
Oh
behind.
no.
Now your story.
My
Yeah.
shameful story goes back to Morrowind again. That's why it was on my mind earlier, because I was thinking about it because of this beat. And I love Morrowind, and you conquer the world. And part of me was like, I want to own a town. And in Morrowind, you would just go around. There weren't as many NPCs as there are in modern games. You could kill everyone in town quite comfortably. So I committed town-aside at Balmora, which is a lovely lakeside town. Not lakeside, it's got a river that runs
Everything
through
by
it.
a marsh in that game, so it's lakeside.
Got a river runneth through, and I killed everyone in there, including Sugar something. Can't remember the guy's name. One of the Khajiits, and yeah, it was a bad time. One character was important to the story, so no, I also killed him, but it said you can't. Your save is now you can't complete the mission, the main mission, because your save is now damaged.
Right.
But it's Cassius, whatever. But I'd already dealt with him, so it was fine. So I went through the process of systematically murdering everyone in this town.
As you should.
50, 60 villages,
Wow.
probably.
Can't leave anyone behind, really.
You can't leave anyone behind. It was before moving bodies
Steph
in
had the
that
same
engine as well.
metric.
So.
Okay. Apparently you can.
Sugar Lips Habasi, thank you. I was going to say Hot Lips Habasi, but Hot Lips is the character from MASH. Corpses filling the streets. And once I did it, and I'd picked the nicest house that I was going to live in the city.
I'm so lonely.
I kind of I got on the kind of
corporate greed at work.
the mountain ridge line that overlooks the town, and I looked down on my works, and I felt great shame.
Everyone.
This was once a bustling town.
Interesting.
But I lived with it, and I kept it in my safe file.
Was that something you could do once you'd finished, considering there was a character there that required you to finish some story stuff or just some quest stuff? Is this something you do when you just finish the game and you're like, I'm just trying to do other stuff? Or so was that story character? But then there weren't if you hadn't completed Caius' story.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I dealt with all of that.
Dealt
I don't know
with.
how late I dealt with him. I think it was late
Took him
enough
out.
in the piece that he didn't engage with the rest of the main story, or I'd finished it and it wasn't important.
Did you kill the younglings too?
There were no younglings in that game. There weren't children.
Oh,
in
that's
it.
right. Yeah, yeah.
It
For
predates
good-
killing children.
For good reason.
But I would have.
Man has no
I would've-
hesitation.
Yeah, I wouldn't have felt any more shame, I don't think.
You can't kill the kids in, it was Skyrim, wasn't it? That they added children. And it was
Yeah.
like famously,
Oh,
they'd
they
always fall and
did.
just get back up.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is good, but it was like,
Yeah, it's like those games like Rust. It's
They
like
have
those games like
plot armor.
Rust where they just don't put women in them because they're just like,
Yeah.
we can't let people do this to each other and then put female character models in it. Like we just have to let it just be a gross world where men just like fuck each other up.
could you do it in the night game with Bowl that you could tie people up? Did they have women
No,
models in it?
because I remember trying to make the most female male character model I
That's
could.
right.
So mine had a little ponytail, and then I
That's
gave
right.
it like the biggest booty I could.
Oh my god, biggest cake.
you could lasso people with a rope and tie them around and drag them
Yeah,
into your own
yeah,
cages.
yeah,
Again,
yeah.
not a great game if it's got kids or women in it. So
Yeah.
all right. Town aside,
There's the stories. If we want to get a poll up in chat, it's
Mods, yeah.
Oh, predictions.
Mods, it's already done.
They're gonna do it now.
Yeah, awesome. We have Gus's
Italian. That's all I got.
really unsafe Italian child in VR.
hello, everybody.
We have Steph killing Christmas.
Killing Christmas, but
We have-
extracting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have Nat going for Toad interrogation over saving someone's life.
Prince Charming, no doubt.
Prince Charming's life. And I truthfully killed everyone in town.
With
Now-
no remorse.
A little bit of remorse after the fact. Just
Ah.
because I loved the city so much and then everyone was
I'm
dead
sure.
and I was like, oh, there's not much to do here now.
Because everyone's
They're all
dead.
dead. I can't trade.
And there's no real half truths in this. Like we're not really just being like, oh, I killed everyone but one person. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
these
a
are
truth or a
psych.
lie.
Yeah, these are outright lies or the truth. So if there's a poll in chat, let us know who you think is the
People
least.
think that my shame is that I didn't actually, either my lie is that I didn't actually feel shame, but I did commit.
Yeah, I was about to say I feel like maybe yours isn't true, just because I feel like you would have got halfway through the murder spree
And then got tired.
Well, surely
I
felt
don't tire.
some.
I feel like maybe you could have.
Especially because you have
stabbing arm.
that game's
Oh, wow.
such a like a thing about talking to people and having conversations and finding the little stories within the villages and stuff like that.
Oh, the special interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
but
did you scum save and just you started killing it? Like,
He said he lived with the decision,
yeah, you're a monster.
which I feel like is just. I feel like that's.
Who
hard
lied?
to-
Who lied? Steph.
Steph up there
Champion
with
Steph
30%.
lied.
Peter following that. Oh, thank God I didn't come last.
Thanks for just rubbing it in my face. I came last.
well, everyone
Wow.
thinks you're very truthful. That's why.
Yeah, for sure, guys.
Okay, so
yeah.
will the liar reveal themselves, please?
It's totally Steph.
It's me.
Yeah! You would never kill Santa.
You wouldn't
Okay.
kill Santa.
I kind of did kill Santa.
It was a half truth.
It was a half truth. I did kill Santa, but it didn't happen in that way. I was literally just running through a building, and then I just did the instinct
Turned and got
reaction of just like
scared, yeah.
bang, and then I was like, was that Santa?
That's so
Amazing.
Yeah. I did come across Santa in the game. I did kill him, but we had no relationship.
Well,
Could
there
have
you
been
go.
anyone. It's just
Could've-
anyone in a
could've
red
been.
suit.
Could have been.
You didn't have a
Could
whole.
have been a massive dickhead.
Yeah.
You know, could have been.
Oh, that's
could have
true.
been awful.
Totally. Could have been an awful human being.
You could have had a whole the Santa Claus moment, Tim Allen style. Accidentally kill Santa,
And you become Santa.
Become Santa.
Yeah.
You run around in the red suit.
Man, I would
Ho,
love
ho,
to
ho.
think of the roleplay opportunities,
Think
but I
of
think
the
it's like a
roleplay.
whole thing to unlock.
Bad Santa.
Well, there you go. Well done, chat, because you got it. That was Are You Talking Shit to Me?
You're talking to me.
Oh my god, I love that.
It's so good.
So much.
It's so good.
Is it looped or did I just do that?
No, it's looped and reversed, I think.
Yeah.
It's looped because
Yeah.
we're watching it twice.
Oh.
You talking
Yeah.
to me?
very
I have
good.
nipples, Greg. Could you milk me? Another great line
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the master.
Never seen it.
That's it for our show, guys. Thank you so much for hanging around and watching. We're going to do the next thing we're going to do is read the credits. Nat, would you like to do the honors?
I'm just going to say no.
Well, we'll force you to do it.
Oh,
anyway.
okay. So I really don't have
This
it.
is for
I
Prince
got
Charming.
this.
You got this.
For
You got
Prince
this. You got this.
Charming.
For Prince
Alright,
Charming,
guys.
give it your end of chat energy.
Yeah,
it's
guys.
your roll call.
Thanks. Thank you so much, everybody. So we're going to start off with the mods. I can't pronunciate everything really well, so you guys are just gonna get the shorthand version of this. GAT, syntax error, Lisdalia, I'm actually kind of blind too. Lisdalia, Sithcat, Phoenix O'Lion, Disturbed 778, there's a lot of numbers. Jex, Caboose, White the Shark, this is going really fast. Snail, Lord Shad,
You got
Shadmar.
this.
And now we got Gus's Beard Wrangler. Okay, DumpDaze. Now we got Bakers in here because we're hungry. Honey Bun. We got a bot lubricator too because we have the dentist bot. Technologic Foot Severer because we need feet. Moth Captain. Thank you. Wardrobe Department because none of us can dress. Or an issue.
She's
Thank
adding
you.
lines.
Remover of foot from Gus's mouth. Babbling something. Gaming chest supplier. Very head technician. Kane, thank you so much for. Will you get paid eventually? Scatty Grimmer. Glowing.
Kane levels, you will not get
Yo,
paid.
best boy, it's Jepp. Barbecue boy, better be K Barbecue and J Barbecue. Ninja, box boy, Foxy. Weird little guy, haven't seen you in a while. M Pod, Scotty Breeder, Ross. Yeah, you got shorthanded. Scotty Studios, Super Studios, Pitch Perfector, MiddleCee, Jazz Hands Coordinator, Jazzal's Designer of Worlds. Timmy, yo, you're great. Timothy, actually.
Timmy, you are great.
Hot boy, Nicro, and he's hot other boy, because there's 2 hot boys now. Coast, removal of sass, now you're sassless. Houseband, thank you so much, Muso for the hire. And Dinosaur Supervisor, because we have a T-Rex. Phil, thank you so much. And our credit supervisor, Oz Naminator.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Lovely, well done.
You smashed your way through that.
You ran yourself out of time and just sat there on the threshold the whole time.
And Oz Naminator is the new sponsor of the post show.
Here it is.
Device is ready to pair.
Pairing.
Pair it up.
Let's pair it. Let's pair it.
For Oz Naminator, we're going to visit some Australian slang, Australian naming. Australian slang. This is rhyming slang.
Oz naming. It
Oz
works,
naming.
guys.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
checks
yeah.
out. Trust us.
We did the thing.
We did the
a
thing.
good
You
link.
love to see it. So there's some rhyming slang. Obviously, is most classically associated with British
Cockney rhyming
slang. Apparently, there's a lot of Australian slang.
Okay.
I had a look
Okay.
through this list on alldownunder.com. Didn't
Down Under.
recognize a single one.
Oh.
So I'm going to throw out this rhyming slang for you, and you're going to try and interpret what it is referring to.
Like,
Okay.
what it
Is
means.
this like,
Yeah, so if you like it, you
lovely
know.
jubbly or something?
No,
you
rhyming
hit the
slang-
frog and toad means hit the road.
Oh,
It's a couple
yeah.
of words put together that usually don't make sense, but are rhyming like a phrase that you would say
Yeah,
more
we're never
often.
getting this.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So this Australian rhyming slang, the Uncle Gus.
Beg your pardon?
The Uncle Gus.
Get out of town.
I'm right in town.
Something about getting on a bus.
The Uncle Gus?
The Uncle Gus. Your uncle's on a bus.
The Uncle Gus. Bus is close.
The
yeah.
bus is.
The
I
Steph-
can't think of anything
It's
of
the
anything but
bus.
bus.
It's get on the bus.
I'm going to catch the Uncle Gus.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
catch the
That's
bus.
how you get out of town. You catch the Uncle Gus.
Catch the Uncle Gus.
Amazing.
okay.
I thought that would go a little bit longer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's great though.
It's just
good at
that
the
you always
music.
get the music one so fast. I wanted to get in
Yeah.
on something quick.
That
This
was
is your
awesome.
one now.
That
You
was
get the
awesome.
rhyming slang.
Well done.
And Ruby gets box art.
Bravo. Well, that was
Yeah.
fun. We got a whole list of those, so I'm sure we'll have some that last longer than half a second if Steph's not on the show.
Nicrotex
Yeah.
doing a full throwback. Fuck Uncle Gus's. We used to fuck
Fuck
buses.
buses.
Fuck buses was a catchphrase that we threw around in an early episode way back.
Oh.
Way back
buses.
when.
Did we?
Yeah.
Fuck buses.
I don't
Yeah,
know
fuck
that.
buses.
But it sounds like us.
Fuck 'em.
Also, fuck the pies. Sorry. I'm just putting it out
sorry. And with that, that's our show. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, especially for those of you who support us on Patreon. We really appreciate it. We couldn't make the show without you.
Guys, MVPs.
MVPs. If you cannot support us with your money, please share the show with your family and friends if you feel like it's worthy of that as well.
Your grandma, your dentist, everybody.
Your dentists in particular, we're really big with dentists.
Grandma's dentist as well.
Mm-hmm.
Go niche.
Yeah,
go
why
on.
not? You can head to backpocket.gg for links to all of our socials. You can join our Discord for free. You can join our Patreon for free as well. And you should check out our socials, which you'll find on backpocket.gg, which I mentioned. Nat, what are you up to soon? What's next on T10 Nat channel?
Next stream or
Yeah,
what,
sure.
what's to
What you
go?
up to?
Well, I was just trying to remember what I have on. I'm gonna play Tomb Raider 2. Got a subathon
Sick.
at the end of the month.
Nice.
And I got a lot of collabs and TwitchCon next month, and I'm getting stressed now. Oh, I'm having Korean barbecue this weekend.
Holy shit, that sounds awesome.
Nice. I had my first Korean barbecue the other weekend. Loved it.
Oh my god, a Korean barbecue place has just opened up like 2 towns up from us.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking
You
wait.
mountain
They're
people.
popping up everywhere.
2 towns up from us.
They're
They
popping-
just got it.
They're popping up everywhere. Are you going down to PAX at all?
Yes, I'll
Awesome.
be at PAX too. First
Cool.
PAX. I'm
Awesome.
a bit nervous, to be honest.
Yeah, you should be.
It's
Oh, thanks.
It's awful.
Yeah, just, you really gotta watch out for the fan
All
meetups.
I've heard from PAX is the zoo partner lounge. That's all I've been hearing about it.
You remember the bit where you had the
Oh,
headset on
yeah.
and all the faces and the fans? That's PAX.
I went in there once and I walked straight out.
Yeah, that's all I heard about
It was intense.
Yeah,
anything
nice.
else.
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Oh, well, how exciting. We'll hang out down there.
That'll be good.
We're going to be back next Thursday, but also sooner. We're back tomorrow night.
What?
We've got a
Already?
special back pocket stream. It's Starfield in collaboration with the Game on Cancer team. We're going to be fundraising tomorrow night on the Back Pocket channel and on the Bethesda channel. And there are some awesome prizes, so please come along and feel free to donate. And it's all going to a good cause. Cure Game on Cancer. Part of Cure Cancer, and all that money goes into research for solving a bunch of different cancer.
They've been doing a heap of stuff collabing with Starfield since its launch, so there's been a bunch of streamers out there already doing a bunch of charity streams for that. Bethesda came to us and the Cure Cancer team, Game on Cancer, who we're ambassadors for, and said we'd love you guys to round it out with one as well. So yeah, we're going to be on tomorrow night from 6:30 p.m. on this channel, playing some Starfield. We'll have some special guests. We will be streaming the game, but checking out from different points in the game. So we'll be diving in to check out your new ship that you just stole.
I'm going to show you so much dogfighting.
And hopefully meet your adoring fan.
Well,
you definitely will.
You're going to meet hopefully each of our adoring fans, and I'm going to use mine as a meat shield in my first conflict when I steal a ship. But yeah, we'll be jumping on with the team from a couple of Bethesda reps, a team from Game on Cancer, and as Pete said, a couple of prizes. We got a big prize to give away, and we got lots of little prizes for you guys to tune in along the stream as you donate and come and be a part of it. So we'd love it if you guys could join us for that one tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m.
Yes, indeedy. For those of you who are on the gold tier, back pocket tier, the post show is coming up. So stick around for that. But we're done here. Let's go.
Fabio time next.
All sevens in chat.
Backing it out.
What do sevens do? Seven it up.
All seven.
It's the 07 is the little
the guy doing a salute.
doing a salute. I learned that in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, 07 is the guy doing a salute.
Little salute.
I feel very old right now.
And then if it's just oh no.
Gus, do it and salute.
I'll just do my seven.
Attention!
Oh,
Attention!
I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.